Let's see, if I remember correctly,
Here we are.
last time...
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, do we roll
This is
already? Okay,
amazing. If
no.
you do this, I'm
Anyway.
gonna be like forever. You holding.
Yeah. So, last time...
Alright, you do your best, and then I'll step in if you need some help.
Yeah, last time we successfully managed to escape from the airship, which we caused to crash. We tend to have a habit of crashing ships. And so me, Zaroth, and I can't remember the other two, but I know it was our rogue and our, basically everyone but our two wizards.
Right.
Yeah, we managed to escape and flee, and we successfully managed to flee after, of course, crashing that airship. We met up with our two wizards, who were thankfully at our castle. We met up, and then new guy, our now cleric, comes in, joins the party. After a bit of, back and forth, yada yada, we decide on a plan, which is to finally start taking care of our bad guys instead of, leaving them to do their own thing. And we're starting that by going to Zaroth's clan and basically taking them over so we can have a Goliath army to fight against the Jester.
Correct. And last where we left off with Hugador, Hugador had also been visited by one of these debt collectors in the city and warned that if he didn't find a way to pay off his debt soon, he was basically going to get taken in and bad shit was going to go down. So Hugador offered to join this party of adventurers who have a price on their head by the Jester, and said that he would betray them eventually, unbeknownst to you guys, when the time was right. That's what led him to joining your party. And as we come back to the session after ages and ages and ages, everyone's going to have to shake off a lot of rust. We are all sitting in the main throne room, or what was once a throne room for Kor Mirnas, the keep. And you're all standing around this large table, and you just decided that you're going to be starting to trek up northeast to Mount Vamor, which is the location where Zaroth's clan resides, in a small outcropping known as the Field of Forehelm. So, as we come back in, Zaroth, this is a daunting prospect. Going back to your home is something that you haven't done in a very long time. You're feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, and as you're sitting at this table, you hear the voice in your head once again, from the spear.
If we are truly venturing northeast, you best get your wits about you. The Goliaths are a very vicious people, boy. And you need to have your strength if you hope to win them over.
Zaroth, look at me.
I have no eyes. Do you expect me to see with no eyes, boy?
I assume you can see, considering you've scouted for me when I threw you across the forests.
Well said. Continue.
What am I?
I know, but it's been a long time
I'm aware.
since you've seen these fools.
I'm aware they're vicious.
Watch your back.
Trust me, I am aware. I know.
You think you're going to be able to
Girl.
storm the castle with simply a spear and a group of 6 friends? You are dreadfully wrong. Tell me, what are you even relying on, boy? Some sort of loyalty?
Ancient tradition.
Tradition. Oh, we're all doomed.
And deceit and treachery and lying and the typical things our party does.
Yeah, all the fun things.
That
I've
seems
got
more
to-
like it.
Restart my computer, seemingly.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay.
Cool. The rest of you sit around this... Hang on. So one more thing.
How do you plan on approaching, boy? Is this going to be a full frontal assault? Are you going to storm the front gates? I've never seen the place, but you should probably have a plan.
feel like you expect this to be a war. I'm trying to keep as many Goliaths alive as possible and just kill the one.
Then you're an optimistic one, aren't you? You truly think
Slightly.
they're going to let you in? You truly think they're going to welcome you with open arms?
Trial by combat, Corvus. Trial by combat.
And
Age-old
how
tradition.
will you get them to let you declare it?
I'm pretty loud. I can probably declare it from here.
From here,
Probably yell it loud enough for them to hear me.
dear. In any matter, it seems we must approach the mountain. Perhaps you should let your party of fools know what to expect. Plan accordingly, for I fear there is little time.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting the same feeling.
Good. You're not truly an idiot. At least not as much of what as I had expected.
Corvus, I think that was a compliment.
Me! Compliment you!
I
Oh,
think you
you are
just did.
drastically mistaken, boy.
I think you're starting to like me, Corvus.
Like... Oh. You're a very uninsightful being, Zaroth Forsaken. Now go, tell your friends. And if you even think that I might ever take a liking to you, I beg you to reconsider.
I'll consider on the way up the mountain.
Good. Now off with you.
Yeah, with that conversation over, I'm actually just gonna leave Corvus in a room, and I'm gonna walk off and go find a sleep.
Perfect. You head off, you leave the spear in the room.
Headphones out.
It's all good. The room where it happened, indeed. Alrighty. So, the rest of you are seated around this table, standing over your imaginary war map, preparing to march, or preparing to trek, when Zaroth walks in the door.
Assuming you know where we're going.
Oh, hang on. The technical difficulties.
You guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We're just waiting for Zaroth to be able to hear. Alright, Zaroth, can you hear? You cannot hear.
Okay.
Berta, can you hear?
Whoever can
I
hear,
had
say
to-
I.
Aye.
I.
I can hear.
I
I can't adjust the audio on my computer. I can't
That's
adjust
strange.
the audio on my computer, and I can't. My headphones won't work. They
Sick.
usually just plug in and work. So it's like I have it on 100 volume right now. So it's like you guys are shouting at me, and my headphones aren't connecting.
That sounds like fun.
My video won't work either. So this is gonna be great.
Boom!
Everybody's
Welcome
favorite
back.
technical issues. Restarting my computer did not.
Luckily,
yeah.
we are recording, so we're gonna have 9 minutes of pure chaos.
Oh, the turning up and down works now. I can do that now. Good.
Hey, that's
You
good.
couldn't go that long without having this kind of
Not
difficulty
shouting at me.
again.
I swapped my phone, so now that should work.
Hey, there we go, okay. So, sorry, Karu, continue.
Evidently you know where we're going, right? Zaroth, I am assuming that you know where we're going.
Who are you talking to?
Yes. I'm a little hazy on how to get there. It's been a little bit, but once we
Hazy.
actually start, not incredibly hazy, just hazy enough where I don't remember there specifically. It's been a long time, and also I was kind of in a rush to get down the mountain. But I think I've got enough knowledge of the land to get us to where we need to go.
How much of this is just retracing your steps from? I mean, I wasn't with you guys when you went over the mountain. Were you just going right back where you guys came from?
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be a lot of retracing those steps up to the crash, and then from the crash, it's just little windy paths up to the Goliaths.
This is Mount Keller.
Joy.
So what is the layout of this place? What do we expect to find?
The kind of basic layout of it is a couple of little paths that lead into the, I wouldn't really say city, more settlement. Each one kind of lined with different pikes with normally skulls and, fitting adornment. And the entrance to the city, always guarded. And then it's kind of laid out as your chieftain with his second, third, fourth in command. And then everyone else. And then kind of your more captives, slaves, that kind of basic knowledge of that kind of basic Goliath thing is off to the side with constant guarding from other Goliaths.
Are we being brought in as slaves, or are we going to stay back in order to be able to join the combat?
Oh, I won't be able to sit here and pretend that I'm one of them. I think the best bet is going to be let me walk up towards the gate with y'all off to the side a little bit, sneaking up nearby. So that way I can challenge Kravak without him believing that it's going to be a full assault. And if I start losing, then we can obviously turn this into a full-scale battle. But if I'm winning, then hopefully we can end this with one dead Goliath and call it a day. If not, then take out 5 or 6 and take the rest of the Goliaths over and let me be the chieftain there now.
One dead Goliath. Could that Goliath be you?
Sounds like a good plan if we can pull it off.
If we can pull it off, being the big part.
This is in the mountains. It seems like we'll have a lot of visibility. I can't imagine there's going to be a tree line.
I mean, it's not completely big. Plus, with snow falling constantly, there's caves and constant snowfall.
Wait.
The snowfall
does it melt, or are we going to be walking through 50,000 feet of snow?
Oh, we'll be walking through a lot of snow. We're high up, but there's a lot of snow that kind of blocks visibility in long ranges, and also enough snow that creates little hills and stuff like that that can be hid, that you can hide behind to not be seen by when we're approaching the city.
Good thing we don't have any dwarves.
I'm not too keen on doing piggyback rides.
Yeah. Okay.
Fortunately, we've lost Patty and Deathcap. That's for them that they don't have to be frozen.
Seems a little problematic. Sounds like something I would say.
Should we head out?
I'm assuming we've rested before this whole meeting. All right,
Yes.
well, I need to take a long rest then.
Definitely. You guys have
Same.
rested. You guys have gotten everything
Yeah,
settled.
Then, yeah, I believe I'm ready to go. I just need to go grab Corvos. I was tired of him yelling at my ear about how I'm a stupid boy.
I've gone through the keep to try to find any sort of crampons or climbing equipment for going into the mountains. Did I find anything?
Yes, immediately. There's an entirely separate chamber that has been settled for hiking equipment, and there seems to be enough sets in there of hiking or climbing gear for maybe a small caravan of people making the trek through the mountains, but they seem a little rusty and a little fallen into disuse, if you will.
I see.
There are some fresh ones,
Sure.
but
After I grab Corvos, I want to search around and see if I can find anyone that has like healing potions or anything of the sort that's just left around the castle.
that is a little trickier. Roll an investigation check, please.
I'm gonna use my inspiration here. 'Cause I'm sure I'll
Okay.
get it back later.
Sounds good. Okay.
Oh, great. 4 and a 10, or a 5 and a 10.
5 out of 10. Okay, so is 10 your total?
Yeah, 10's my total.
10's your total?
10's the best I could have got.
Okay. So, looking around, you're kind of turning the place upside down a little bit. There are some crates, there's some boxes, but they all seem to be filled with moth-eaten linens and old pickaxes, or even like some pythons, perhaps from this climbing gear. And some of the other rooms have some withered old herbs stuffed in them, and maybe some other alchemist's supplies, but that's the best you can find, really. There's not very much remaining useful stuff in this castle, seemingly. It's been abandoned for quite a long time, and you guys haven't exactly kept it up perfectly.
Wish I'd learned the repair spell at some point. I could repair some of these crazy things, but I don't know it. And since I'm a tank, but maybe
Excuse
we
me?
can make use of these sort of broken things at least a bit to make it easier to get up the mountains. Also, did you say we found old moth-eaten linen, so there's no jackets or anything, no coats? And
No, like, heavy... there are a couple of heavy moth-eaten cloaks, but they could probably protect you from some of the biting snow, but it's gonna be a tough journey without some serious heavy-duty, great big weather clothes stuff.
Thank goodness I don't need that. I have Stigander has his thick fur.
Yep, Stigander's good, at least.
He is wolf. He is good.
He is wolf. He is good. Couldn't have put it better myself.
Verta and I are both dead, so I'm not really very susceptible to the cold.
Yeah.
You'll be a little slowed down, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna die of it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You might freeze into an ice cube, but you're still gonna be kicking.
Your legs won't freeze.
How's our food situation? We no longer have an infinite supply of
Nope.
goodberry.
Right.
That's another thing to
shit.
consider. What the hell are you gonna do for food?
I only have 5 days of rations left here.
It's pretty good.
I mean, I have survival, so I could probably do some hunting to help out.
Excellent.
Hmm.
We have to avail you of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is when Hugo is gonna step up and, like, with a wicked little smile on his face, hits. So I hear you have a situation about food.
Yes.
For a little bit of coin or less responsibility, I can go ahead and assist in that matter as I go and pull out of like my bag a small little old timey cooking pot. And it's about like 2 pounds. And I go back and grab like a plate and a bowl. And I'm gonna get real close to it and whisper, boil, boil. Oh, boil, boil until you spoil. And it begins creating food. That smells really good.
Nice!
Spectacular.
Okay.
Wait, what was the less
This is
responsibility
cool.
part?
Don't ask of me, and I'll continue feeding you.
Ah, okay.
No, wait. Are you making a reference to that one old kid story about the lady with an old pot of noodles?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, I know you're right.
Nice.
I did not know that one.
It's an old kid's book. Basically, like, this old lady would give she would have this pot, and she would basically put in like a bit of noodles, but then she'd say this spell, and the pot would just start overflowing with noodles, and so she'd hand out bowls of noodles. But then the townspeople, they got greedy, and no one knew how to, and someone overheard her saying the spell,
Yep.
and no one knew how to do the off spell.
Friggin'
Oh
Nona.
no!
So
What
it
it
just
is?
kept flooding more and more and more
Remember.
until the whole town was flooded with noodles. Until the old lady came back from a trip that she had taken and, said the off spell.
No,
And
that's
slowly, over time, and then, the townspeople had to eat the noodles over time to get rid of them all. And one of those
An old folktale from
basically one of those classic lessons of if you get greedy, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Very true.
Which is what we're going to have to do here if we want to have some of this food, is pay for it. I have no problem with that. We actually need food. So
This time it's just more literal pay for it
That's right.
than a metaphorical pay for it.
That's right. He took the story a little bit too literally, but that's all right. That's good. It solves the problem. I appreciate this. Excellent. You don't by any chance have any way of dealing with the cold in your stores, do you?
Well, the food that I cook would be good for at least a day,
Excellent.
so we wouldn't have to worry about that. And unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and begin patting my seat down. This is just for show. It will never go ahead and get dirty, but it doesn't do much for growth. So I'm on the same page as you.
Okay.
Huh. I mean, we could. No.
We living are probably going to need some sort of insulation against the cold. Maybe not the Goliath, but
That's weird. After I died, I started feeling more susceptible to the cold than when I was living.
interesting.
Yep.
Weird.
Very odd. I don't know. Maybe it's something about being just a normal Goliath with running blood and not being a dead vampire.
I guess we maybe turn into cold-blooded animals or something.
Hmm.
Do we all need to bask in the sun for 500 years or whatever? What's going on here?
Alright, so,
What was that?
what on earth? I just hear.
Ow. What was that?
That sounded like a soundboard thing. Alright. Anyways. So what are you guys doing
That's my cue, I guess.
from here?
Oh, that's user settings. That's all.
Is anybody planning on trying to scrounge up any more? Are you gonna try to make some clothes? Are you gonna try to just tough it out and go into the frigid mountain range?
I mean, do you think it's necessary for us to send? I can't remember what the name of the new character, the roguish character.
Hugador.
Hugador. I don't. Is it worth trying to send him down into the city to try to purchase well-insulated clothing for us who need it? Or is that overkill? Are we just gonna sweep that under the rug and imagine it's just fine? It seems like a minor problem, other than getting in and out of the city. But we have Hugador's ability to get in and out unseen. We think that, but he's not. He's actually being looked for, right?
Yeah.
There could be a bit of drama. We could ask him to go in since he thinks he can get in and out nicely. But I don't know that he's actually able to do it.
So what's the vote here? What are we doing?
What? So we have food, and then what else do we have?
You need food, you
We
need
might-
warmth. You need
Yeah.
shelter. Shelter and
Uh,
food are taken care of because you've got the Lehman's tiny hut from Karu and Verda, I think. And then you've got
And then
food
we
from
also
Crate
have
Food and Water from
The Instant Fortress.
and
No.
Darren's Instant Fortress.
Maybe that works. We just
So
go.
we got
just
plenty of
build-
shelter options.
Yes. The one thing is Darren's Instant Fortress attracts a lot of attention.
Might just
True.
steal our. Might just cost us time, right? That we'd have to cast a shelter spell and then light a fire inside or something in order to warm up.
Yes.
Is that okay with you guys? All right, let's do that.
If need be, Sigander. I mean, hey, he's furry. I mean, who knows? He might be warm as heck.
Snuggle with the gander.
You can just
If
give
push comes to shove, we just shave
Snuggle.
them and make clothing out of them.
yeah, he would vehemently disagree with that. No, but I mean,
It's already. It'll be
We
daring
turned
enough.
Gander into
Skin him
a
alive!
Are there
no,
any,
Take the pelt!
no shaving the man wolf. He will bite you. He will bite you and claw you.
Oh, we'll knock him out first, and then we'll shave him.
You guys tried that before; it did not work.
That would not work anyway. Stop it.
Haru, you sleep, right?
You sleep. Boom, sleep.
Stop it.
Wake up with no skin. Oh no! Bernie, you were gonna say something? Sorry.
Naked. Just no fur.
Fuck off.
All right.
Uh,
Are you ready to go?
I'll look around the keep to see if there's any furs lying around or something in the deep storage, since I'm assuming anything that was probably left out in the open like areas that
Moth
wasn't
eaten and
stored.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay. With that roll, you do find some, funnily enough, some backlogged, rolled up furs used as carpets. So, like animal skins that would be replaced every now and again when they got dirty, and then cleaned by the servants. You know, that sort of thing, as they've been trampled and trodden on over and over again. So, whereas the ones that were on display when you entered the castle are moth-eaten and covered in, like, bat shit. These ones are pretty pristine, stored in the castle's basement. So you can find up to 3 of those.
Do you think we can
3.
convince Rick
Okay.
that these things are dead
And
enough
then-
to sell something?
Okay, so yeah, 3 of those, and then if we were to like
3 bear
try and
furs.
divide that up. Okay, so they're fairly big then.
Yes.
We could potentially get it 2 per, maybe depending on how we get it, but yeah.
I will say, the undead, or
'cause
the
gamer's
barely
got fur.
undead,
He doesn't need anything.
are
so we're
still
good. Yeah, we got-
susceptible to being cold. Like, you guys can still get frostbitten. You still can get, like, frigid and take exhaustion from the cold.
Yeah, as a Goliath, you don't have that. And then
Right.
when I died, all of a sudden I gained that. And I was like, what?
What is this? That's bullshit.
Like, this is not a buff. This got worse. I can walk on walls, but I can freeze.
We happen to be recording this session.
We are, yes. We had that checked a little while ago. We got audio. We're recording. It's working.
Good.
Okay, so Alex, you found 3 of these giant, seemingly polar bear furs, which
I'm gonna use prestidigitation to just make sure they're clean, because they've been sitting here for
A
who
long
knows
time.
how many years.
a long time. So that's a very good call.
They probably
The polar bear
probably
fur.
smell
They're white.
stale.
Polar bear furs as well, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Right,
they smell terrible. They smell terrible. They look pretty bad, but they're still warm.
Perfect. We can convince Verda that they're dead things that stink badly because they're dead, and she can sew them into some outfits for us.
Wait, that's a great idea,
Oh,
actually.
They didn't smell like that. She would never know. Don't prestidigitate it yet. Tell her, look, we found some carcasses. Let's make some coats. out of it."
Prestidigitation can create a bad smell. That's something everyone forgets. You can make a bad smell with the spell as well. You can do both sides.
So yeah, I clean them, I bring them over to Karhu, he mentioned that, and then I make them stinky again,
I
and then
love
we
it,
both
okay.
walk over to Verda. And like,
Verda?
hey, here's some skin carcasses, could you throw them into some clothing for us?
I would love. Yes. Yes.
Cool. So over the course of like a day or 2, Verda spends some time sewing and snipping and using her practiced, dexterous, nimble fingers to craft up some giant polar bear cloaks for each one of you guys that can be tied and bundled up together so it's pretty tight. You can also use them as blankets. For those 2 days,
They're hitting.
what is everybody else doing? Is there anything anyone else would like to do for this 2 days?
Your mean one, Mr. Grinch, playing in the background.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a Grinch montage. Yeah. Turning you guys into a team of Santa Clauses.
Right?
About to go steal Christmas from the Goliaths.
Doing some studying and looking over maps of the mountain ranges to see if there's any ideas I can get about that.
Okay, as you're doing that, I'm going to... So, with that, since you've dedicated some time to that, please roll an investigation check.
Wow,
It's going to be crazy high, because if you do, and if you spend some time laboring over some maps, I'm going to give you a more detailed view of what that area is going to look like, so you can plan out a little better.
Check roll.
Can I help him? Can I help him with
Totally. Go ahead. So roll with advantage. So Zaroth is helping you over this period of 2 days.
There's another one. Oh, did I
17 is also pretty good. Hey! Okay, 29.
Net 20!
So you find hidden in the deep recesses of Cormyrnos is this hidden small library section. And in there are these rolled up tomes. Imagine Gandalf in the first Lord of the Rings movie going into this, like walking down the spiral staircase with Zaroth holding the torch for you, and you find this map, you roll it out on the table, and you get a good layout of Mount Vamor. And more specifically with that, you get a good layout of the Field of Forehelm, which is a small, nestled little cove hidden in the mountain range that's very difficult to reach because there are only 3 real paths. The eastern path, which is on this side, is the most environmentally challenged. You've got a gigantic cliff face, followed by a swampy marsh. Somehow there's like a swamp up here, but it's just a very, very disgusting, slow trek. From there, you get immediately into the main location.
Ice marsh.
Ice marsh. Think of an ice marsh.
I see.
Okay, that's an interesting one. So,
It's environmentally challenging. So Zaroth, what do you think?
So that's the most difficult one to climb, but it's also the one that would be like most easily overlookable defense-wise. So there's a good shot you're going to be able to get past that without too much danger from the Goliaths, or without too much danger being spotted.
Zaroth knows and is conveying this, I imagine.
Correct. And this is all made much easier with Zaroth's knowledge of the area from before. The southwestern path, which is this one here, is in a cleft between 2 mountains, 2 peaks. That one is an incredibly defensible location. You're in a valley, you're walking straight up, but it takes the shortest period of time to reach. So you're gonna be out there for maybe a day if you take that path. The natural route is the longest, I believe. Yep, 3 days. The southwest path only takes like half a day to reach. And when you do that, you traverse it in like half a day. And then the western path is the most exposed of the 3. It's the most basic one. It's just a snowy, hilly field at a lazy incline. However, you're the most exposed while you're on it, and it takes a day to traverse. So you've got a day for this one, but it's really exposed. You've got half a day for this one, but you're walking straight into the jaws of the beast. And you've got 3 days for this one, but you have to deal with these super annoying marshes and cliffs. And who knows what else?
You said 3 days.
There are 3, so that one takes 3 days. That one takes a long, long time.
Zaroth, do you think we have the equipment for that 3-day trek, or no? Look at this material. I'm like taking some like rusted crampons and trying to. I'm flexing them, and rust is just falling off of these things. And one of the joints appears to be about ready to just snap. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to handle that 3-day trek. But I also don't know about. I mean, what does Zaroth's face look like when he sees this map?
Zaroth's face is a lot of meticulous, like trying to be tactical. He's not typically good at that. He's much more run in slash. But he's trying to be as smart as he can, because he's not a dumb Goliath. He's
Yeah.
So right away, when you're naming each path, you can kind of see the facial expressions change. On the first one, it's like, okay, maybe. The second one, when it's the one with the 2 valleys on either side, it's just a dead set no. We can't take that one. We will die. We won't make it to the settlement. And the third path, when mentioned, is the one Zaroth kind of on his face. It's the one he seems most confident about, because it seems out of the 3, it seems not the easiest, but it seems the second easiest, while also being very open.
He wants the open one, the exposed one.
It's the exposed one, but if we go through the supernatural one, they're not gonna see us. We sneak into town. What do we do when we sneak into the settlement? we can't just go assassinate him. If we go assassinate him, then now we're looked at as cowards and the Goliaths won't listen to me. And then we're stuck in a settlement full of nothing but Goliaths. If we go through the middle one, then we're screwed. I mean, they have 2 valleys on either side of us. We aren't. They're going to get us before we get there. The third one, it becomes more of a battle of us, of me versus Kravak, and at worst case, it becomes a battle of us versus maybe a hunting party or a war party of probably 8 Goliaths, 9 Goliaths, which not super favorable odds, but still more favorable than the valleys and more favorable than the entire settlement after we try to assassinate the leader of the group.
Do you happen to know whether Goliaths are susceptible to external draws? Like, what if we had set off some sort of an explosion outside of the town, did something in order to draw their attention, but not too much? And
that's what brought them out last time when we crashed the airship. How many Goliaths were in that party when we crashed the airship?
A lot. Quite a few. The ones you saw, there were probably like 12, maybe 15, but there could have been more.
So an explosion that loud will definitely bring out Kravak, but it'll also bring a larger raiding party. The thing with that is, if it's loud enough to warrant a raiding party, Kravak will be there. If it's only loud enough to warrant a search party, Kravak won't join.
I see.
So if we make it loud enough, so we have to find a good balance between barely anything and as loud as the airship coming down.
What would happen if I imagine that there's some high ground nearby, just looking at this map. We could stimulate an actual avalanche through some located explosion and maybe use it to sort of block that, or at least begin to obstruct that road to the northwest. And maybe you think that would draw out Kravak?
It may bring him out more, yeah. That may be our best bet. That and just calling, because as much as I trust Goliath tradition, I also know some Goliaths are very hasty to fight. And if they see me, even if I call Kravak by name, some of them may still get a little antsy and not follow tradition and try to fight me instead. Whereas if we make it loud enough for Kravak to come and then I call Kravak out, odds are it'll just be him and I. Kravak might be brutal, he might be vicious, and he might be just a downright just horrible person. But as much as I talk about Goliath tradition, Kravak lives it. The reason I'm not with this group anymore is because I didn't obey the tradition. I stepped in and kept him alive, and so I was kicked out. So he lives it. He's not going to let someone else step in and fight his battles. And if he dies, odds are if it's another raiding party of 12, odds are maybe 3 decide to fight us, but the other 9 will either stop completely and wait for that little battle to stop, or they will realize that by Goliath law, the chieftain is now me after murdering Kravak. Because when I left this settlement, our numbers grew drastically after Kravak killed Gorn, which was the leader of another settlement not too far from ours. Once he killed Gorn, we took over all of their people. So if I kill Kravak, it's going to be a matter of some Goliaths are going to be like, oh, let's kill him anyway. And the rest are going to be like, oh no, he's our chieftain. So.
I see. A plan's beginning to form then. Maybe we can threaten settlement from north using one of a summoned creature, maybe one of these beholderkin or something at the top bridge. And draw out the combat party from that. It has to be powerful enough to warrant and Kravak out.
Mm-hmm.
We could have like something that loudly stimulates an avalanche and then backed up by some kind of an obvious threat.
think that's a good idea. My only goal is to keep this fight as far from the settlement as possible.
Yes.
That way, if I do end up getting close to losing and y'all have to step in, after we eliminate the rest of the Goliaths, we can lie and just say I beat him. I beat him fair, 1-on-1, and the settlement will believe it, and not have any of them seen that it was actually like y'all stepped in, and then it became a all-out battle. Which, if we win an all-out battle, they'll probably listen to me anyway. But it'll be easier if I just kill Kravak by myself. If I just end it here, then we don't have to lie to anybody.
Will there be Goliath sentries at these 3 bridges?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. Say, because we could put charges around the bridges and blow them all out. And we'd blow 2 of them out, leaving only 1, and then they'd have to come out, and then we could blow the last one. And then we guarantee that we're only dealing with the fighting with the party, because otherwise they'd have to go across the ice.
Judging by the ice and how high up we are, it may be thick enough to support the weight of possibly you and Verta. And odds are the sentries would be stationed here at the actual entrances, not stationed on the opposite sides of the bridges, just based on wildlife and all that. It's easier to fight them when they're trying to cross a bridge than trying to hold them from the bridge. So most sentries will stand closer to the settlement and then come towards the edge of the bridge. So if we could get around and you and Verta could get on the ice, you could plant charges on those bridges.
Excellent. Maybe we could. This is good. Maybe we can blow this bridge, and then set charges on this one. If this one is blown, it would have to go all the way over here, which would require them a long way to get around again. Remember, because it's like 3 days to get to there for us. Right? If we blow this one out to draw their attention, they're going to come out through this one in order to investigate it.
Yes.
I will mention the time. The time is measured to how long it takes to get onto the screen. So it takes 3 days to reach this point. It takes 1 day to reach this point. Half a day to reach this point.
Which also tactically, if we were to blow this bridge after if we were to walk up before we call Kravak out, you and Verta sneak around to this one. Once I call Kravak out, Kravak joins, you and Verta blow the bridge. I need Hugador nearby, so that way he can subtly keep me up. Stigonder being nearby wouldn't be bad as a way of just, if things start going, because just hand to hand, Stigonder may be our second best bet.
Yes.
Maybe even first.
Thank you.
If it comes down to okay, now more people are jumping in, having Stigonder there to contribute, and then having Alex able to sneak around the back and kind of catch some of the more hesitant Goliaths off guard, with Hugador sitting there back healing, while you and Verta make your way back after blowing the bridge.
Right.
Sounds like a plan to me.
That measure is not. That is not accurate.
I have a stupid question. Another question for you. These mountains here, the ones that you see me signaling, where the hell is it? It's not working. One's directly to the. If you look at the second bridge, the mountains that are directly to the west of the second bridge, that's set there. Are they snow covered completely?
They're so imagine a gigantic wall of rock that is peaked off with just this giant snow-covered formation. So like a karst, almost. More like a karst than a mountain.
Okay. I was wondering if we could get some way to get some kind of an avalanche or something going here that would close off this area.
You need quite a bit of range or quite a bit of sound, but it's definitely possible.
Okay, because if we could do that, we could set it up so that even if they came over this bridge here, for some reason my thing will not do this, but the second bridge, middle bridge, if they came over that, they'd have to contend with a huge rockfall or snowfall here because we set off an avalanche. So then we could set a charge there to go off first. That would go to draw them out. They'd realize that. Come out the other way. Forget that.
What do you mean by charge?
We can build. I was planning on before we leave now. See, I could use some of the fire capabilities that we have to build something like charge, right? Using some of the like gunpowder type material onto like make some kind of grenades, which can be attached to the side of a mountain wall or to the bottom of these bridges. It can be detonated by a firebolt from a distance. That
And
was the plan.
if that doesn't work, then we always know Karu has something called Fireball.
There's always Fireball.
Just age-old.
Classic.
Which, also looking at the map, something I just kind of realized is the entrance we plan on taking is the entrance right outside of the huts. The huts is the area where the captives are kept, correct?
That is correct.
So there's going to be a lot more Goliath guards there than there
That's
would be at the pauldrons. The pauldrons
heavily
would mainly
concentrated guards
amount.
they're at the huts.
The pauldrons would just be random Goliaths, and then the entrance towards the cribs and the Master's Rise wouldn't be as many guards, but would be more experienced and more skilled guards at that area.
The
I'd rather
quality
take-
over quantity there, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be quality over quantity. The huts would be quantity over quality, and then the pauldrons would just be defensible location.
Well, where's
So either
Crab?
way, you're looking at a negative.
I don't really like a gank fight, so.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's the only issue. There would be the amount we may have to go through if they decide to be pains in the asses.
I actually have a question. Go ahead and ask. Kairu and Zaroth, are you guys having this conversation privately, or has this idea or plan made known to the others?
I thought we were just sitting around having a talk about the plan. Actually, no, we were down looking at the maps. So frankly, we weren't, right? Because we're pointing at the map and discussing over this. I don't know who else went down with us into these catacombs in the.
I think
Okay,
I think what's happened in my mind is we've gone down, we've got the map, and now we're walking back up, talking, and we've walked back into the area with everyone while we're discussing this plan.
I like that.
I love that too.
So if that's the case, Fenris, with what I had asked and requested earlier, I would like to kind of like role play something out, if you don't mind.
Sure.
I
absolutely.
actually like this idea of you guys putting a charge, and Hugo is gonna get excited, and it's like, I don't know much about explosives, but it sounds like a distraction. And the best way to win any kind of game is rely on what keeps people's focus.
I love this.
So good.
If you don't mind, I can tamper with it, help out with that charge, because it looks like you guys have a big payday at the end if everything goes through.
Certainly willing to have assistance with that. Like to help with the design.
Certainly. Just know this will be like one of the few tasks that I don't consider responsibilities on my end. I kind of want to see the payday you guys get if everything follows through.
Well, actually, you're certainly welcome to share in that payday if the payday's big enough.
My eyes are literally gonna glimmer, and it's Cal, you just know how to speak my language.
This isn't my first rodeo, friend.
So can I look to see if there's any material I can use to make like gunpowder in this area, or like?
Do you guys have gunpowder? Didn't you guys find some of that black powder? I don't remember exactly what it was called. There was a specific stash somewhere.
Someone dig through Patty's bag of holding.
Oh my god, yeah, you're gonna find something in there.
Convenient.
Yeah, dig through Patty's bag of holding. And for the purpose of the fiction here, the story, would we find it?
Will you?
I don't know. Let me check.
Patty's bag of holding, or
Either one.
didn't Patty's bag of holding explode when she died?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did.
Yep.
That did.
This is like
Bag of
looking
holding
for
as well, but I think it would be helpful.
Looking in it, no, she did. Patty didn't have anything inside the bag of holding that about black powder or anything like that.
Damn.
Today has brought me
Though you do still have her body in your guys' bag of holding. Good to point that out.
Yeah.
It's true.
Patty
Put some ice in there.
is Patty combustible?
Oh,
We use her
no.
to charge.
What's in
It's
the bag?
Patty
Holding?
combustible. I don't know. Is Zaroth?
Probably, honestly, with the amount of ale he drinks.
Oh no.
Do we
It's
have
Patty
ale in Cosmirnus?
Yeah, probably. You probably got a few kegs in there somewhere.
Use kegs of ale as fire bombs.
Honestly,
There you go.
that's a good point. That's a good
When
point.
the people of Kingsgate abandoned Corsemere Ness, they're like, "Oh yeah, all this ale. No, we don't want
We
it.
don't need that shit."
No."
That's not realistic.
No, you're right.
I think though that between
Yeah, I think you're more right. There probably wouldn't be that much in in this castle. Probably very little ale left.
right,
Oh.
that's more or less
Maybe
planning
they
on using
brought a
Oh, look at powder. Let's see if this.
Idea would be
much at all.
speaking of ale, I'm gonna look at Kairu. How good of a draw are you casting your fire spells?
Oh, I've had a lot of practice.
So if we don't have the gunpowder, but we do have ale, why don't we just put a whole bunch in glass bottles, have a cloth in between the bottles, and you hit the cloth as Zaroth douses the enemy in ale. You know, back in my time in college, it was mainly what did the humans call it? Molotovs?
I don't know.
Molotov cocktail. Oh man.
That's doable. That's doable. Maybe
I mean-
we need
Medieval
to
Molotov cocktail.
To be fair, I'm not
Science
sure we would
experiments,
need.
they don't-
I'm not sure we would need fire bombs if we just throw ale on the bridge and then just throw a fire spell at it.
Good point.
right. I mean, we could put
Because then
other,
it would go up in
Cool.
flames either way.
even other than ale. If we could find oil, even is there oil lanterns in this building?
Roll an investigation check. And I'm gonna roll a D100. Let's see.
7. It's 9 to 16.
Oh shit. Okay. So 16. Okay, that's.
It shouldn't be that hard to find.
No, you're right. I agree. 16, I think, is fine. It's just the question of whether there's going to be a significant amount of oil left in the building. Oh, I'll say. I'm gonna give you like a 30% chance. So we'll say.
Okay.
Whoa! Wow. That's a 30 exactly. So yeah, you find actually that's crazy. I wish I could like move my camera because that's a 30 on the that's crazy. Okay, 30% chance. It's exactly a 30. That's freaking nuts. Okay. So yeah, you surprisingly managed to find I did not expect that to work. All right. You managed to find, let's say, very small amount, because like you were saying with the ale, there's a very good chance they would take anything of value with them. But you find an overlooked cask, probably a couple of bottles left that were used to refill the oil lanterns. And that could probably do something. It's probably, just like I was saying, 1 or 2, maybe 3 bottles of oil.
It may not be enough.
Pretty much you find like 3 vials of alchemist's fire. That's probably about what it would be.
Well, maybe it's not possible to make these charges.
Loud noises can cause avalanches, can't they?
Yeah, super loud
Yeah.
noise is good.
I could just
So-
use fireball for that.
I can thaumaturgy.
Yes. Maybe that's
So-
the idea. Maybe we can just take out the bridges using just one big avalanche to take out bridge number 2, and then they have to come across bridge number 1. Then we could
So-
stay down below the bridge or something. And
The
pick
issue would
them
just be how many there would be.
off. Right.
Okay, yeah,
Whereas
it's
if we
3
go-
pints. You find 3 pints of oil. Sorry. Go ahead.
The oil flask.
Oil flask. Exactly. That's exactly what I was looking at. You find 3 flasks of oil.
Yeah, because that's an actual item.
Yep.
Are those stone bridges?
No, they are wooden.
How thick?
Thick. You'd say if this is like a well-traversed, well-established settlement, which is rare for Goliaths, that's the thing, is Goliaths rarely settle down like this. So there's a good chance that that's not the strongest make, and that is not necessarily going to be the most foundationally strong when compared to a human settlement.
Yeah, at the same time, it's still strong enough to carry at least
exactly.
It's like 6 Goliaths on it at one time, each weighing like 300 pounds.
So you know for a fact that it's probably not going to be the greatest, but it's at least going to be sufficient to carry a serious amount of weight.
Yeah. Which I just thought about this too. If we go up, if we take the route going, the most northern route, we take the most northern route, that's the second shortest, all sneak onto the ice. We could just could just go from there to the most southern, the natural bridge, and draw them out through the Masters, the Masters area, which would bring Kravak out the fastest with the least amount of other Goliaths with him. And typically your more experienced Goliaths, not your more skilled, but your more experienced Goliaths also follow the Goliath law much more closely, like Kravak does. Whereas some of your more skilled ones that are younger are still kind of like just wanting to fight. Your more older, experienced Goliaths that are probably his second, third, fourth in command kind of would follow with Goliath law like Kravak would.
I'm very wary of having the low ground in the middle of that on ice and look down upon them from above by sentries. It's a little wary.
It's not really a good way to attack this.
No.
That's the point. As a Goliath, for this kind of defensible stronghold, that's the idea. It's more about picking the least bad decision as opposed to the best.
Yeah. The least bad would be
whatever sucks
getting
the least.
Kravak would be getting Kravak out with as few Goliaths as possible. Because if it does devolve into a full-on fight, then we're just fighting like 6 Goliaths instead of fighting 20.
How high is that from within that river?
How high is the little island here? Which part?
What if I were to try to fly him over the wall inside?
Very doable. Fly is a 10-minute long spell that allows you to fly 60 feet a turn. You could certainly get it over that wall.
Okay.
No matter how high the palisade would be, it would be pretty easy for you to get somebody over top of it.
Then you wouldn't be able to follow and defend.
Depends on how many spell slots you
have. We could fly up onto that third bridge over there. We could just take that and come in. Kravak, we gotta get Kravak to come. We can't have a gank fight. She's absolutely right.
So I actually have a question. If this is the map, right? Kyra, I like the idea of you flying. I like the idea of playing with people to get everything on our side. Fenris, what is the... If I can click on the map correctly. What's the distance between the bridges?
Between the bridges?
So
what's the difference? The distance between that and that?
Side. Yes.
So those two... Well, that's a good question. If we're thinking each one of these Goliath houses is probably about... If I'm thinking this one here, it would be probably about 60 feet long, just by judging off what it looks like there. Probably... Okay, so that's 60... 6, 12, 18, 24... Probably like 300 feet.
300. Okay, and then
that's my estimation.
So it's 300. It's 300 feet from that spot that you clicked, and those two bridges.
From this one to this one is 300 feet.
Okay.
Roughly. Just using that house's scale.
So what plan are we going with here?
Oh, I'm still, man. What's the
So,
deal with
like-
the black ops?
It's like this way is about like 2 days. This way is about a day. This way is about 3 days, right?
This one is 1 day. This one is half a day. This one's 3 days. The Black Cops is, or was once, supposedly, according to Zaroth, or according to Zaroth's growing up experience, is supposed to be a seriously haunted forest, a seriously haunted like patch of woods, infested with all of the corpses of unloyally felled Goliaths. So those who did not die in battle, those who died without honor.
I see.
And their festering souls are what plague the Black Cops to this very day. Never allowed to leave, never allowed to escape. And that's on the very opposite end of any of these paths.
Why not?
All right.
I immediately thought of like Aragon coming in and commanding
Right,
army of the dead.
right.
Except it's Zaroth.
What do these guys think of Zaroth, right? From his non-loyal move, not living by the tradition. Could he do something like that?
Well, no one else knows. All of them think that I just betrayed him. Only he knows what actually happened. Only he knows that I saved his life.
What do the dead know?
I don't think that'll actually be. I don't think that should factor in until after Zaroth becomes the leader.
Right.
But I'm just trying to figure out like generally a solid plan. So day, this is a day with a cliff and a ice swamp.
So this one is the day without the cliff and the ice swamp. This is just the one that's super exposed. This one is half a day, but you're walking right into the jaws. This one's 3 days. It takes a long-ass time, and you have to deal with a lot of environmental shit. That's the cliff and the ice swamp.
Right, yeah.
But this one, you're just right in the open, and you can get sniped. You can get spotted from a mile off. They're going to know you're coming, basically.
Yeah.
There's no possibility for real stealth.
This is like prime vantage points for any kind of ambush, because they could literally just get the drop right on top of us.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I know it might not be the safest, but maybe the 3-day trip.
Yeah.
My thinking is, despite all the environmental hazards, they'll have to deal with the very same hazards if they try to get a drop on us. So at the very least, we'll be on equal footing, rather than having the disadvantage in the first two paths. Sure, it'll take longer, but it'll be remarkably it'll be surprisingly safer.
I'm inclined to agree with them.
Same. Plus, if we go through that one, it's easier to call him out without calling out 30 others and just calling out him and his first people.
Exactly.
Right.
So while it takes longer, it is safer, and strategically, you won't be able to get a massive force through that easily.
He wouldn't need to, because he would be with all of his top guys, and he wouldn't. If he gets challenged one-on-one, he would just need his top guys to view it. He wouldn't need his, as he views them, underlings to be there to witness it.
Exactly. So my vote's on the 3-day path.
I agree, I think.
I think I'm in agreement on that too.
Cool, that's 3 for the 3-day
Alex, Hugador.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If we wanted to, if we'll have the flexibility to be able to fly and stuff from there as well. If we're from there, we're going to be able to fly into the Master's Rise if it's necessary.
It's
Bomb that
more
bridge.
flexible in terms of both offense and defense for us.
Right. Agreed, Alex. Agreed.
Yeah, get out of here, Verda, if you're not feeling good. That
Thanks.
sucks. Sorry to hear
It's
that.
not that bad. I just can't really focus right now.
That makes sense.
It's
You're
like-
good. That's totally good. That's not fun. So,
Thank you. Bye-bye.
bye. Good luck. I hope you
Enjoy
feel
the
better.
day. Sorry.
Yeah, hope you feel better.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sucks.
thank you very much.
Ew.
It's not that bad. It just, yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it's not too bad. All right. Ugh, that's not fun. Upset stomach. Not a good time. Alrighty. So, what are you guys doing? Are we making out for the 3-day trek?
Get out.
Cool. So, you all set out. Begin the journey, stepping outside of Keep Cormyrnos, And I actually don't hate. I love the strategy aspect. I always love this. This is my favorite. But I hate to bring it up. But what time of day are you planning on leaving?
Probably morning of the next day. Give Verta that one day. Give Verta that day to make the clothes and stuff for everyone that needs it.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah. Like get some rest, relax, etc. before the big hike.
That
Excellent.
would also probably put us getting closest, probably later at night, less visible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Like that.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys set
so
out the next
well,
morning.
3-day journey. Yeah, like if we leave in the morning, we'll get there probably about nighttime, hopefully ish, and we'll see.
Alrighty. So as you start heading out, getting into your gear, preparing for the warmth or for the chill, more like, but assuming that the beginning of the trek is going to be slightly warmer than the end, you all start off. Start out stepping into the wide open mountain range of the Morag Mountains. Who is helming this investigation / this adventure / this trek, whatever? Who's helming this?
Sure, I will.
Zaroth, you will gain advantage because you're familiar with the territory.
Mm-hmm. And
Alright, roll
I
survival
can
check.
probably help because I'm probably used to similarly snowy environments thanks to where I used to live.
True. So both of you roll survival checks.
Or I guess Zaroth can roll with advantage.
He already has advantage, which is why I'm going to have you guys do it separately.
Yeah.
All right.
He has advantage because he's familiar with this location. Nice. Okay.
22.
Wow.
19.
All right, both of you guys, you're very adept at navigating this location. That's excellent. So,
Yeah. Him through familiarity, me with similarity.
yeah. As the first day goes on, you find yourselves stepping up this huge rise as you make your way skirting around this first mountain here, this first tall peak, and seeing the looming shape of Mount Vamore on the horizon. Or actually, closer than that. It's directly in front of you. As you guys continue to trek in this valley, going around and around until you finally find the path that you were searching for. The one that leads you straight up, hopefully takes you directly to the field of Forehelm, through the most environmentally challenging path, the southern or southeastern path. Another day, well, this first day draws to a close as you guys find yourselves trekking through this wide field of dense forest, dense trees, blocking your visibility. And as you push on, stepping through the underbrush, eventually you find yourselves faced against a giant cliff wall. The sun is blocked out. All light is gone. It's pitch black, and all around you see trunks of trees, bushes, and snow. However, straight ahead of you is this giant sheer cliff face covered in ice. Besides that, nothing really. It's just a cliff face stretching upwards. You can't really see because of the trees and these trees.
Question: how is it pitch black yet we can see stuff?
Because you have dark vision, most of you. So for a lot of you guys, I think almost all of you can see in the dark.
I do have
Yeah.
dark visions.
Haru either has like the goggles of night vision or something. There's something you have.
I thought it's night
Yeah, I
vision.
think- Yeah, I think he has them. Zaroth had them, but now he's got his own night vision.
Yep. Because everybody under the sun has dark vision in D&D.
Nobody plays humans anymore.
Nope. And if you do, you get goggles of dark vision, and you're fine.
Well, or they pick like a class that can get it. Or
Correct. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's night now. We've done a whole day's travel.
Got
Is
a
that
whole
what this
day's
is
worth of
about?
travel, so mark off a day of rations for everybody as well. If you require food, mark off that you have eaten. Actually, no, because you've got the infinite food from Hugador.
Right.
Damn it!
I don't even need to eat. I love being dead.
I love being dead. I don't have to eat.
It seems to me we should be reasonably safe near this cliff thing, don't you think? If we set up a cast some
Yes.
sort of a hut here.
This would probably be a good spot to rest and figure out how we're gonna get up the mountain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know about this cliff, or is this something that is new to you?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. It's just a normal cliff. No specifics about it. It's just one of the many.
Your conversation is interrupted by the sound of a loud, echoing screech, much like that of a hawk,
Great.
fairly close
Probably.
by.
Can I
From above?
nature check that?
Go ahead. From above, certainly. Sounds like the cry of a gigantic beast.
17.
17? Even with a 17, a creature like that with a piercing, blood-curdling howl could be a giant eagle, could be a giant owl.
Bear?
Not quite. Bears don't fly.
No, owl bear.
Owl bear don't fly. So
No.
it really doesn't ring a bell.
They could if they were mutated by an evil wizard.
Yeah, of
Right.
course. Sorry.
I mean, owl bears were already created by an evil wizard.
Yeah, you're right. So close enough. Unfortunately, no.
I think
we're
17 doesn't ring bells.
Rocked.
So it's-
yeah.
So does it like sound familiar from the area? Like it's from
Yeah.
the area, like I've heard it before,
Yes,
but it's just
you've
not
heard it.
pinpointable.
You've heard tell from the Goliaths of a great ancient eagle's spirit, but that is a fairy story and a child's tale that many have disregarded as myth and legend that none really regard as truth. It's merely a thing to scare their children into eating vegetables and practicing their daily sword swings.
Zaroth, being 17 and unaware of this, is going to fill in the group that this is the ancient eagle spirit that is very feared amongst Goliaths, and he's telling all of you this in a panic of just, we need to get shelter as soon as possible. It's the eagle. The eagle eats children. It's gonna eat all of us. We need to go. We need to go. We need to hide.
Zoro,
I don't know anything about this.
how does it eat us if it
Something I
eats
heard
children?
about.
We're not children.
I'm 17. I'm still a child.
Have I heard
It
about
eats
this?
Goliath children, Alex. Goliath children. Are
You've
you
not
the
heard
size
any
of a
sort of
Goliath
thing
child?
like this, Car. This sounds ridiculous. But you never know. Zaroth sounds terrified.
I think that we need to sit down and take a deep breath. And let's
Would I
all-
have heard of anything similar to this eagle spirit in my travels?
Sure. Roll a history check?
What is-
Religion
what is-
check? Arcana check? Any of them.
What does Corvos think of me freaking
It's
out about this
11.
giant?
Corvos is grumbling so much right now. He is 11. You've heard nothing like this. A giant eagle spirit sounds like absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
This sounds
Perfect. Okay.
a bit unbelievable. Are you sure it's not just some beast that, has just been played up into a myth of some sort among your people?
The Gonder, you are a wolfman. I am holding a talking spear. I think the most rational thing may be a giant eagle spirit. This spear used to be a dragon. Giant eagle spirit sounds so unbelievable when this spear used to be a acid-breathing dragon.
What
Why
is
don't you
this?
throw that spear up in the air
say
and
about
have
this?
it float around for us?
Yeah, what is
Yeah,
I
I
don't even know what
really
this
understand
spear
your
is.
perspective on this.
Just throw that spear up in the air and have it look around for us like it always does, and see if we can see any sort of spear.
I cast
Yep.
a message to the spear, and I ask him if he considers Zoroth's interpretation of that valid, with him being a dragon in a spear versus the spirit hawk thing.
It's utter nonsense and a terrible analogy. And I hate nothing more than the fact that I need to be strapped to this utter buffoon.
You're a baboon, and I'm just gonna launch him.
I'm gonna relay. I'm like laughing, but it's like the spear says that Zoroth is completely wrong.
I kind of want to fight this rock. This, come on, we got to. It's a rock. It has to be a rock.
When the spear comes back, did it see a giant eagle spirit?
Did not. So you fling it up into the air. The spear spins, comes back to your hand.
I saw nothing. There was a large, big cliff. What do you want from me? It's a cliff. It's a cliff. There are some trees growing from the side of the cliff. There is a bit of a ledge. On that ledge, there are a couple of twigs poking out from the side. Looks like a little, I don't know, big fat bird nest.
It'd be real useful if you could fly.
It's
You know, you
wood.
just
A big
Yeah,
bird
must
nest.
just being a dragon. Must just being
How
a dragon.
big of a
Huh?
bird nest? A big bird nest. How big are we
Big
talking?
bird.
Yeah, I'll ask Corvos. How big's the bird nest?
I would show you, but I don't have hands. I can make no analogy for your pea brain.
I don't
I
like you
think
very
we
much,
found your
Corvos.
bird,
I don't
Zaroth.
like you, and I don't like being bound to you, so it seems we're even. You're stuck with me, and I'm stuck with you. Now get over yourself.
It's a big bird in
It's
a
a
big
big
bird's
bird.
nest. You've heard it's an
Ask
item. This is some kind of a.
Ask Corvos how many Corvos is the size of the bird nest is.
Yeah, how many Corvos is this bird nest?
The
Surely
dragon
he
or the
knows his own
spear?
way.
That it's a bird. That he said bird.
You!
He straight up said bird.
Yeah, but he also. It's like.
It was
It's a
about
big bird
one
nest. He
and a
didn't think-
half me's wide. Does that help you?
Dragon you or spear you?
Spear me.
Hey, those are two very different measurements.
I know you've never seen my primordial dragon form, so why would I use that as an analogy?
No, I kind of assume you're just kind of like a tiny bitch dragon, but you know that's just me.
It's taking all my immense patience to not shut up and stop talking. But I need you. As much as I hate to admit it, I need you. Because you carry me with your flimsy man arms.
And
the
Zaroth's
strongest
just gonna flex and be like, I don't think they're very flimsy.
When
I mean,
you're
I launched you
compared to
pretty
an
far.
ancient dragon, they are twigs in my eyes.
Ancient bitch dragon, I think is what you mean.
Ancient black dragon to you. An elder being from the olden days, summoned by the gods.
God, you're old.
I'm a salty bitch dragon, okay?
Oh, Corvus.
Okay. All right, I think that's enough laughs. I mean, if there's a nest, there's a bird. And if there's a bird, let's be honest, there might actually be something to this ancient eagle spirit thing.
Thank you, Stagander. Someone
Let's
agrees
fight
with
it.
me. Okay, I don't agree with that one. Maybe we get shelter and go to bed. Maybe the ancient eagle spirit will be gone by then. Because we don't have a dragon on our side or
We
anything
can
like
deal
that.
with it in the morning, perhaps.
I actually have a question.
Yes.
Was Kurvos actually speaking, or was Kurvos speaking to those who have communication with him?
Only
Like
those
Alex-
who have communication with them.
You have no idea what's going on.
Nope.
So
Yeah, so-
I just see Alex and Zaroth talking.
Oh, yeah.
back and forth.
Talking to nothing. Yes, being completely weird.
No one has explained the spirit to
Nope.
Hugador.
They look like batshit crazy, schizophrenic weirdos.
You know what? I'm not gonna explain the spirit of Hugador.
He's gonna let him be.
I'm
Yeah.
literally just gonna back up slowly, like Homer Simpson, into the shrub, and like I have no idea what this is. I want no part of this. They've gone insane. I'm in debt, not broken. I'm walking away.
I'm in
They're
debt.
insane. I'm in debt. Just the fluctuation from one end to the
You're
other.
insane. I'm in debt. I forgot to get groceries. What am I gonna do? There's an eagle
I left
spirit.
my child to go get milk.
Okay, so what are you guys
Alright.
doing?
Despite Stiganders kind of wanting to fight this eagle spirit, yeah, he agrees that, yeah, we should probably shelter somewhere. Tackle the giant cliff in the morning.
Okay.
Alright, should we summon Tiny Hut or
Yeah.
the... What was the
Maybe
other
is
option?
there
And
like
then
a
there's
cliff,
fortress.
is there like a
and
cave
fortress.
inside the cliff somewhere?
If you want to look around for a cave, you can certainly roll a survival check.
Hell yeah, I'm good at that.
Hell yeah! Kara, what are you
That's a
checking for? That's a 9. You're not good at that.
Nope, I don't find it. Just
Fine.
don't find a cave.
Not 20.
Hey! There is no sort of cave along this wall, unfortunately. This cliff is uniform in its structure. There doesn't seem to be any sort of cliff or cleft in it. And it seems as though you're just stuck against a rock wall.
That was a horrible waste of a map.
It was.
All right, so somebody
That-
cast Hut.
Somebody cast Hut.
Who has it?
You and Verda.
Where the hell's my Hut? I don't see it.
You have it prepared? You might not.
I do. Hell.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't have it prepared. That's not good.
Ah, Verda does.
All right.
It's a ritual, so you should be able to do it anyways.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
So Verda sets up her tiny hut, and this tiny globe of force springs up around her. And as you guys step into the dome and begin preparing for bed, who is taking the first watch? If any watch is happening. Is there any watch happening here?
Xander, because he wants to fight this thing, so let him get the first swing at it.
I mean, Zaroth and Verta both don't need
Yeah,
to.
I don't. Yeah, I don't need to sleep.
Perfect.
That's true.
What you do then?
Good. So Zaroth and Verda just stay up for the duration, and you guys get your long rest in. And Zaroth, please roll me a perception check.
Perception. Not good at this.
That'll be fun.
3.
Shit. 3?
Yeah.
Not a single motion disturbs the silent slumber of the night. Not a single twig shift, not a single gust of wind. The trees remain perfectly still as your watch concludes. And as the night ends, and as you all wake up well rested, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back to continue with the joy of trying to climb this freaking cliff. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, basically, it's cliffs and rivers.
Yeah.
Cliffs and then an ice marsh.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly,
Although-
if we don't fight something there, I would be shocked.
It's like we have Karhu's fly, so that actually helps out a lot with cliffs
We can use that to get over around
and
cliffs.
rivers. But yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, I have claws. I at least have natural climbing gear.
yeah. And you
Right.
guys do have some climbers kits just in case.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we'll be right back. So we're back. Let's see. Let me get the music going again. Alrighty, excellent. So you all awaken on the next morning. The dome expires, and you all find yourselves once again whipped about by the bitter cold. Although there is very little wind here. Standing at the base of this cliff. You do.
Okay, so Zaroth, if we go either way here, are we going to find a way up, or should we just fly to the top? See, my wariness about that is that we're going to encounter this bird of yours.
Can I make any kind of check to see what would kind of be? Well, if I would know what's around the other sides of the mountain.
Other
I guess we
sides
could
of the
walk
mountain.
around it. Or I guess we
You
could
don't
walk
even
around
have
this
to roll
cliff.
that. You don't even have to roll that. There's no way. So you go around
So
the
it's just
cliff.
straight up.
It's just gonna be So either you
More
face
cliff.
the cliff or you pick a different path. That's kind of the tricky part.
Ah. We got spider climb. We've got fly.
Yeah, a lot of you guys do have the ability to spider climb.
Yeah,
How
Verda and
high
I
is
both.
this? Can you eyeball, feeling and looking at this top of the cliff, I can estimate about how high up it is.
Sure, absolutely. Roll an intelligence check. So as you look up, you see that the cliff has a couple of ledges that do make it a little bit trickier, but you definitely see that this cliff looks quite tall. But let me see if I can give you an estimate here.
What was the check you said you wanted to do?
Intelligence. It shouldn't be too hard for you.
You'd like to think. Let's see. 30-20.
460 feet roughly.
460 feet.
460 is roughly how high it is.
We have enough fly spells and spider climbs to get us up that, you think?
Fly lets you fly like 60 feet a turn, and it lasts for 10 minutes. So yeah, if you cast fly, you should be able to get up that cliff pretty easily.
Well, I can get up it pretty easily, but let's see who I could bring with me. If I cast fly at what level? Fly at level 3, I can carry 3 people total. Myself and 2 others.
So that would be you, Stigonder, Hugador. I can carry Alex up. Verda can walk up. Because Hugador and Stigonder would be harder for me to carry than Alex would.
Right. Not a problem. We can manage that. The only question is, how do we get around this bird?
Go Stigonder at it. He wants to fight it anyway.
Oh, good point. You can jump and grab it by the neck and then wrestle it to the ground and afterwards fly his way up to it.
Well,
flying,
I mean,
right?
this same player has done that exact same thing at the very beginning of this campaign, so no reason to suspect it wouldn't work again.
It's like a callback.
Stigonder, the bird tamer.
It's a great
If
callback. I like it.
If we avoid the nest, we should be fine. Most birds like this kind of just go for make sure nothing attacks their eggs. If it does attack us, then we're screwed. It's the ancient eagle spirit, so there's no chance any of us make it out of here.
I highly doubt that's a problem. So let's go with that plan. Well, cast fly at level 5. That uses up my 5th level spell slot, which is irritating. That means I can count. Oh, let's see. Is that right? Yeah, I can only carry 3 people.
So you can get 3 of you guys going up, and then 2 of you can spider climb. Want to use the left?
Yeah, so I would leave only one of us having to use actual stuff.
Who's
Honestly,
that
I
gonna
have
be?
I have claws. That's basically natural climbing tools. So I think I'd be good. I'd be okay with just climbing around.
Yeah, and
Hopefully.
if we do that, I can stay with Stigonder and kind of balance him out so he doesn't fall.
Yeah, rope tying and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So
Yeah, you have plan.
let's see. We got Zaroth, Stigonder, and Verda all missing. Am I missing anybody? And then Karu can take a total of 3 people, right?
Correct. Myself and 2 others.
Okay, cool. So you've got Alex and Hugador, both able to fly currently. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
So you prepare the spell, you cast it. So are you casting it now, or are you letting them get ahead a little bit?
Who get ahead?
The people who are climbing, because it's going to take a lot longer to climb this.
Let them go up there. Yeah, I'll just go past them if necessary because.
Brilliant. So you guys are at the bottom. You're starting to wait. Stigonder, I need you to roll an athletics check, please.
I'm good at
As
those.
you start climbing. Hey, 17. So Verda and Zaroth both start scaling the wall next to you. And as you start gripping onto it, digging your claws in and pulling yourself up, hoisting yourself, grabbing onto handholds as wherever you can, you begin making your long, hard trek. The first ledge is 130 feet up. So as you're climbing, you make it out of the trees, you start to see into the open sky. And you hear, once again, the sound of that shrill bird of prey.
How wide's that ledge?
High is which ledge?
How wide is the ledge?
Wide is the ledge? The ledge, width-wise, is probably about 15 feet or maybe 20 feet at its widest point. So it's pretty wide. So you guys keep climbing, keep going up, and as you make it, 60 feet for the first one. Roll another athletics check, please.
All right.
I'm gonna ask Verda.
17.
I'm gonna ask Verda to go ahead.
I'm strong.
Verda's gonna go ahead. Okay, so she's gonna start
Yeah.
climbing.
I'm gonna ask her to go ahead and find out where that nest is,
Sure.
so that way we can kind of try to wrap around it.
Alright, she shoots up, lands on the top, starts scanning around. I'm gonna have her roll a perception check. Alrighty. And a 17, so you keep going. 14. Okay, Verda gets a 14 on her perception check. Not terrible. So Stigandr, you continue climbing up. You're high up now. You look down. That is a long drop. You're about halfway there, up to the first ledge, when suddenly, all of you start to feel the wind change slightly. And a dark, giant shadow falls overhead. Zaroth, as you turn, look, there it is! The giant eagle spirit! This huge beast. A gargantuan, multicolored bird. Looking like a giant eagle with a red beak and some bluish feathers along its front, like where the mane would be, is swooping down upon you. As I'm going to move us over to our lovely map here.
Wait, the group that's flying or the group that's climbing?
The group that's climbing. The group that's flying hasn't started flying yet.
Oh shit!
They're waiting for you guys to get up there.
Oh shit! I was right. I was right.
You
It's a
were
rock.
right.
It's a rock. We're about to get rocked.
I'm going to ask everybody to please roll initiative. Wrong thing.
I got a fucking 3.
This is awesome. It's totally
Oh
vertical.
no!
This
Totally what?
goals. It's a vertical.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
You see on the left side there are different scalars for how high every single cliff ledge is. So you should be able to keep an eye on that.
All right. Let me.
Alrighty, let's give
All
us
right.
a
Yeah. It's a
little
little
roll.
bit tight. So let me.
Okay, by the way, we are on a cliff face currently, and as that is a pretty difficult, there's like buffeting winds beating you and battering you as you are trying to climb. And, okay, at initiative count 20, each of you's got to succeed a DC 10 strength saving throw or be thrown from the cliff to the next layer down. Saving throw must be repeated every time you take damage as well. So if you take damage, you're going to have to make a saving throw or lose your grip. And I actually add wind.
And it's a strength check each time.
Strength DC 10. Pretty easy, but definitely nothing to
Pretty
shake stick
easy,
at.
but still, yeah. It's
Yep.
not. It's something that like yeah. Thankfully, I have like a 6. I have a 6 to my strength saving throws. So
Nice
yeah,
crack
I
on
should
you,
get
what the
paid.
Verda's so dead.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, the rock gets a natural 20 on the initiative. That's just a 20, so still not going first. Let me see. Where's Verda? Who's gonna control Verda? Oh, Verda gets a 23 though. Who would like to be in control of
I've
Verda's
done
character?
Verda before.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay, Verda is so currently Stigandr is 60 feet away from the peak, as well as Zaroth. So both of you guys are 60 feet off the ground, or 60 feet away. So that makes you 70 feet up. Just FYI, and this gigantic bird creature is swooping in towards you. Alex, you're up first. 14, did it put through? Why are there double Stigandrs? What is going on here? Okay, you could roll.
I got such a low
14.
roll.
Okay, cool.
I
14.
got a
perfect.
fucking 3.
You got a 3. Oh, that's
Yeah. 5.
5. Okay, so hold up. So Stigandr will be last, unfortunately. That's going to be a bit of a pain. Okay, Alex.
I'm so excited, but like, I do like want to see like, can I have Stigander get this rock as a pet or something? I really like want to do that, but at the same time, it's just like, ooh.
I love the fact that the wind has its own initiative.
Yep. Initiative count 20. You guys got to save against the wind. Alrighty. Alex, you're up first. You can see this silhouette through the tree line, but besides, you're gonna have a pretty tricky time.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
where's
then
my
initiative roll?
It's like, you said it's like
at the very
70 feet up, right?
It is 70 feet up. Yep.
And then 50 feet across from them that are already up.
Is that correct?
A couple of,
Yeah, 50 feet. And 40 feet from you, pretty much.
Yep. And if I remember correctly, we made it to 120 before the rock showed up.
Yeah, so actually that's right. You did make it to like 120, so that would work. Not 70.
Yeah,
What was
so-
I plan about? You're 120 up. Cool. So, Alex, what are you doing?
73.48, 73 and a half feet away from you.
Perfect. That's good to know, actually. 73 and a half feet away from you.
It's based on a 50 foot from the base and 70 foot
Yep.
up using Pythagoras.
Perfect. Thank you, Pythagoras. This is what your math is being used for nowadays for D&D.
Yeah. That's right.
Be cool if you could decide on like heights and roll 20. That'd be kind of fun. You could
wait,
like,
how many feet is it away?
What did I just say?
what did you say? 73 and a half?
73 and a half feet.
So about 74 feet away. 75.
Yeah, let's say 73.48, 73.5, 74 feet away.
Then I can cast Chilling Touch. That is the longest range thing I can do.
Cast Chill Touch?
Chill Touch. Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Or Chooch.
Chooch. Perfect. So, since you can't see it, well, you can kind of see it, but you can see like its silhouette. It's gonna have a bonus to its armor class, but you will be able to certainly cast the spell. Not a big bonus.
Alright.
It's just half cover, so +2. Go ahead and roll attack.
Oh, of course.
9. You're casting it through the trees. So what does it look like when you cast Chill Touch? It's been a while.
It's kind of. Well, actually, I don't think I've ever cast Chill Touch.
Well, what does it look like when you cast Chill Touch?
I was going to cast it when we were imprisoned, I think.
Maybe.
But I found that like weak spot in the cage.
Oh, that would be good.
But I never got the chance to because then people came and walked right on in.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't think I've ever used this, so I never described how it looks.
All right, how does it look then?
It's kind of a bluishy purple shadow hand of something like that. Kind of looks like it's got a bit of frosty mist around it.
Ooh, I like it.
But then also kind of looks like a skeleton hand.
Ooh, okay. All right, interesting. So
Because it deals necrotic damage, so yeah.
Yes.
And then, but it's like trying to mix in the chill, which is just trying to mix all the
trying to
elements.
mix it all in.
Going on, and it takes the form of my hand's skeleton essentially, and shoots out of it and flies towards the target.
But unfortunately, this time
I
I missed.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Is that your turn, Alex? As you shoot out this dark spectral glowing hand, and it whiffs, unfortunately.
I could use a bonus action to do nothing.
Yes. Well said. All right, that's Verda. Verda's up.
Then, let's see, Verda. It's also still within. You said like 73 feet or something like
63,
that.
60 feet, because the rock is at the same height as Verda, so we don't have to worry about Pythagoras for this one.
Oh no, that's right. Verda is climbing.
Yes,
That's right.
Verda is up on the first ledge.
Okay.
This is cool.
I'm
This
gonna
is
go
very
with something like
interesting.
Burke is
We'll see,
gonna be like, "Ooh, pray," and she is then going to cast blindness deafness on it.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. All right. Oh, it's good at those. Yeah, look, this is a hardy beast.
Which D&D monster isn't good at Constitution?
That's a great question, man. That's a great question. Yeah, well, that's unfortunately it's gonna succeed on its saving throw. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
it's a
would've been
big fat bird. That's
fly around
unfortunate.
and just smack into the rock. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been really, really cool if it had worked. But as Verda reaches out and starts to conjure this dark, wispy cloud of red around its head, it just kind of shrugs it off, flies through the cloud, and continues swooping towards her and the rest of you guys on this rock. Or on the cliff face. Anything else Verda would like to do? Cool idea, though.
I don't think. Yeah, she doesn't have any bonus action stuff that she can do. Doesn't look like it.
Alrighty.
She could cast Misty Step and teleport higher up.
Unfortunately,
I don't-
2 level spells
No,
on this
no,
turn.
she can't because that's a that's
Freaking
right.
Baldur's Gate.
No, I didn't even think about that. I haven't played Baldur's Gate in a while.
It just
no,
made me
yeah,
think, because it's like...
I don't-
Anyways.
She doesn't have anything from what it looks like.
Alrighty. That's her turn. The wind. Wind time.
Oh no.
Alright, Stigander, Zaroth, and Verda all need to roll strength saving throws. Or be pushed. Okay, Stigander's safe. Clutch on there, you're getting buffeted, but you're good. 25. Woohoo! Nice! And then Verda strength save. That'll be the question. Will Verda roll a good strength save? She'll see. Oh shit, she will. Okay. 19. All of you guys are hanging on. That's excellent. Alrighty. Time for the giant beast. So, seeing as Verda is the one closest to its nest, the rock is going to fly 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet to Verda, and is going to make 2 attacks, one with its beak and one with its talons. So it starts pecking down towards her and then slashing up with the claws. Oh shit. Okay, well that's a 19 to hit for Verda.
That hits.
That will hit. Cool, and then for the talons, that's another... Shit, that's a 27. These things are tough. Holy shit. Okay, so yeah, both of those are gonna hit.
Damage or hit?
To hit.
To hit. Oh god.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, I gotta... Hold up. Can I turn this off? Hang on, I gotta... Always whisper. There we go. Goody. Okay.
Well, you said the other one was 27?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah, there's no way that she could have defended against that one.
No, not that one. So Verda's taking 27 points from the beak.
Oh, wait. Does she have...
Does she have shield?
No. Oh, she doesn't have it.
She doesn't have shield. Oh shit. Okay.
She has mage armor.
Damn.
But she doesn't have shield.
Yeah, I remember we kind of grilled her on that a little bit, like way early on. It's just like, who takes mage shield and who doesn't take shield as a wizard? That's like Wizard 101. You take shield.
Okay, so she takes 27 from the first
27?
and 19 from the second.
Wait, 27 damage and 19.
Yep.
I think she might be down. Let me...
Oh.
She only has 47 HP. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Got 1 hit point left.
Oh shit. 27 minus 9. So, oh shit.
yeah, she
The
has
wizard
one
is pushy.
Oh yeah, she's got 1 health.
I think
good
like,
lord.
Woo-hoo!
taking that much damage in a single turn, she's probably gonna lose your grip and fall a little bit.
You're right, actually. Oh shit, that's true. Yeah, she
Not
is.
only that, she lost more than half of her HP in one attack. Doesn't that mean? Oh shit, we
Yeah,
haven't
it's
in a while. Oh, we gotta roll. We
Massive
gotta roll an
damage.
injury table for her.
Massive damage. Okay, so she has to roll a
I think
Constitution
it's like
saving throw.
The system shock
Yeah.
is, I think, what we do. Or
Right,
something
system
like
shock,
That. I
yes.
forget the name. What it's called.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's system shock. You're right.
yeah. But yeah, like, doesn't she also take a lasting injury, or is that only if like all your HP in one turn goes down?
I think that's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. If she goes down from that, so she needs to roll a Constitution saving throw. DC 15. 13? Shit,
oh, God.
she fails. Okay. So with that, that's a 3. She drops to 0, but she's stable. The Verda's down, but she's succeeded all of her death saving throws. And
All right.
3 successes. So she is stable.
Right.
Since that dropped her, and she gets a wound.
Yep.
For
Lasting injury. We haven't had to do this since. Jesus, we haven't had to do this since Ben Ramsick.
I know.
Last time I saw this was when Ravana lost his nose. It's been a minute.
Got, like quite a number of lasting injuries. Like when I was playing him, he lost an ear, lost part of his nose.
Yep, lots of nose injuries. Okay, this is the wrong table that I used. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to find this. It's been so long.
He has been. It's been
an age.
It's been a year.
Oh god. Okay, this is a pain. Alright, give me like 2 seconds. Jesus. Okay, well that doesn't work. Alright, that's fine. For right now, I'm thinking I'm gonna roll it here. Okay, 3. That is... Okay, here it is. Jesus, there it is. Oh god. Alrighty. Bring injury table. Oh, this is great. Okay, she's broken her arm. So she cannot use her right arm. That can be healed by, you know, you have to take magical healing and a long rest, right? That's what we decided. Oh. So she has broken her arm.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's...
Is this... Please don't tell me this thing is flyby. It does not. Okay.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't need it. Okay, then it's gonna... It just flew 55. It's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 to there. And then it's gonna end its turn. Hugador!
He flies far.
Yeah, these things can fly a far distance. 35. That's 50 feet away, 50 feet distance, and then 70 feet up.
Okay. How far is Verda away from me?
Verda is currently behind a ledge. So you unfortunately cannot see her.
Yeah. She's closer to me. She's closer to me and Zaroth than she is to you, because you guys have not even left the ground.
Still 75 feet.
Yep.
Still 75 feet.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point, though. I didn't think of that. That ledge is 130 feet up. So if it had flown that way, it would have...
Feet up?
It'd be 130 feet up. Not 70.
All right, let's see here.
Flying creatures, man. They're annoying.
Let's see, this is...
It's gonna take some time. But you know what? I will like hug the wall.
Okay.
And just...
It's 140 feet up.
Away.
100 feet away.
130 feet. So, seeing as though I'm not really the fighter, I'm gonna go, like, reach for my lower back and underneath my jacket, pull out, like, a serrated, saber. And I'm just gonna be like, Come on, David Spade. I just need you to protect me one more time. As I hug the wall and just use the dodge action.
Nice. Okay. Zaroth. You're 10 feet away from this ledge. Like, you're 10 feet off of getting up to the top of this ledge. And the
Okay.
beast is
I'll use my-
flying away.
I use 10 feet to get up the ledge,
Perfect.
and then
You control. You do. Okay, good.
I'm gonna ask Corvos something.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask if he wants this rack to wield him.
Oh my god. Well, technically, since it can't wield him, since it doesn't really have like a hand, it can't like just drop it to the ground like that.
Okay. Well,
It's not quite how it works.
had to
Had to
see
check in.
something. Okay. Had to
I gotta
check.
modify how that's written in the stat block because that's very breakable.
So I'll bonus action for rage.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put a little indicator on that. Boom, red.
And I will, I'll grow to large size,
Perfect.
and then I will use Elemental Cleaver to infuse Corvos with acid damage,
Nice.
and would it take an action when you said, Verta's stable, right?
Yes, she's stable.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at Stigonder to, grab the healing potion out of my pack, and then I want to use my first attack.
Cool. So you're throwing it. It is currently
Yeah, I'm gonna
60
throw.
feet or 55 feet away from you. Actually, 50.
Okay, he's got a range of 20 to 60.
Ooh, okay, so roll attack at disadvantage.
Okay. Trying to see. I know it's in here somewhere. I get +3 if I hit with this.
Attack and damage.
With disadvantage.
15 still hits. Yeah, 15 hits. Meets it, beats it. Not terribly hard to hit.
And since it's thrown, is it the 1d6 plus 8 or the 1d8 plus 8?
The 1d6 plus 8.
Okay. So 1d6 plus 8.
Ooh, okay, same thing. So 12
Plus the
plus the elemental cleaver
plus the d6 from Elemental Cleaver. So another 3 acid damage.
plus rage. Unless that only affects melee.
I think Rage is only on melee, but I have Crushing Throw. When you make a successful ranged attack with a thrown weapon using Strength, you can add +3 to the attack's damage roll.
You gonna do that?
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a good chunk of damage. 18 points total. Nice. So as you fling the spear, it goes twirling through the air, strikes through part of the feathery membrane that makes up one of the creature's wings. As it just kind of lurches downwards a little bit, screeches out this horrible sound, and you open your hand once again. Corvos comes flying back. I believe Corvos comes back at the end of your turn.
With Elemental Cleaver, if you throw the weapon, it reappears in your hand the instant after it
Oh
hits.
shit! Okay.
Or misses.
Nice. Okay,
And-
so just immediately summons back. Boom.
And then I'll throw it again.
Perfect.
With disadvantage.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good start.
Okay.
Hits.
18. Wow.
Nice.
1d6 plus 8.
We can pull out high rolls like this.
Yeah. 11, not
So that's-
bad.
11
Another decent chunk of damage there.
plus the d6 acid damage. 2
Not bad.
plus 3.
Plus 3.
Man, that's some decent
Ooh.
damage on this thing now.
Solid hits from Zaroth. Alrighty. Cool, is that your turn,
And-
Zaroth?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Karu.
There's only one thing I can do that'll hit it. Right now, how far away is it up? It's 130 feet up, 40 feet over.
Yep, it's 130 feet up, and from you, it is currently 60 feet.
You see that? 143.178, so I can still hit it with Fireball.
You can.
Fireball 150 feet away, so fire the
Fireball. Alright, so you conjure this. Woohoo! Alrighty.
fried chicken.
Ha! 3 on the saving throw, so it misses. Fails its save. There's no resistance against the fire damage. So as you conjure this bead of force and fling it out, the tiny little pinprick shoots through the sky, lands on the feathery side of the haunch. And immediately the bird just like kind of spirals a little bit. Doesn't tumble out of the air necessarily, but you do damage it with a serious gash. And you see some of the white feathers have turned to this blackened crisp. Nice. That's a good serious hit on that bird. Anything else?
It's a big ass bird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big ass bird. It is a huge bird.
Okay.
Giant eagle spirit.
It's the giant eagle
I know
spirit.
it's my turn, but for some reason I'm not on the turn order.
You are for me. I see you here. Sigandar, it is your turn.
Oh, not me.
Guess I'll just hang out and wait to shoot with another fireball the next time I get a chance.
Alrighty.
Alright, that's weird.
Does anybody else
Alright.
see Sigandar? Did I use the wrong token?
Yeah, I don't see Stigander.
You don't see me there? Alright, I'll add it to the turn order.
I don't see me.
Let me just add you again.
I see Stigander.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me try to
He's
see.
turned
Now
to
I'm seeing me. I don't know why. It just suddenly got added.
Unless you
Alright,
just
anyway.
added it.
I just added him.
Okay.
You're 10 feet
Alright,
off the cliff
anyway.
here.
Yep, so I'll use 10 feet, get to the edge, go back here, and then I'll use Cure Wounds on... I'll use a level 2 Cure Wounds on
Verda.
Verda. Get her back up.
So I will mention that when you are, so as you're climbing, you don't have a climbing speed, it's going to be double speed for you. So it's going to take
Alright,
20
so
feet
I'm
of
more-
movement.
Alright, so I guess yeah,
There,
alright.
that works.
Yeah.
Cool, perfect. So go ahead and roll the d8s.
Level 2 Cure Wounds.
Not bad, alrighty.
Yep.
Ooh, so 8 points.
It.
Verda suddenly gasps, feels a little bit more life. Coming back
Oh
into her.
no, there's the 5, but then there's also the additional 8, so that's 13.
13, nice.
Yeah.
That's healing. Perfect, 13 points. Not bad, not bad. Anything else to
Yep.
go under?
Alright. Let's see, bonus action. I don't really have much else I can do as a bonus action, unfortunately.
Righty. Alex.
I mean, there's my Aura of Hate, which is going to be helping Verda and Zaroth a lot, which I'll just put what that does.
Melee weapon damage. Oh shit. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Alex, you're up.
Are we still on the ground?
Yes, you are.
And then fly has not been cast on us, or has it?
Not yet.
No.
Karu chose Fireball.
Typical wizard.
Typical.
You can't fight when we're flying, right? Because it's concentration, isn't
It's
it?
concentration, but you can still cast spells when you're flying.
It
It's
just
just that
means
you
that
can't
if you-
cast other concentration spells.
Oh,
It just means that if you get hit, you're falling.
I see.
And I will say
see.
that the wind does make it harder to concentrate as well.
Yeah.
I'll mention how that works if you do end up having to deal with that.
I'm gonna keep frying this bird.
Alright, so Alex, what are you doing?
If it is still within range, then I'm just gonna do another chill touch.
Should be 40 feet out and then 130 feet up.
I just
What's the
can't
range
do
on chill
another
touch?
What then? Cold?
120 feet.
It's going to be out of that because it's at least 130 feet out or up. So I'd assume it's farther.
Where are you now? Tell me what it is. How far out is it?
It's the range is
130.
120 and he's 40 feet away, but the rock is 130 feet up.
That's a total
oh
distance
gosh,
of 136,
yeah.
136 feet away.
Yeah, it's just
I guess what I'll
barely out of
do is
reach.
I will ready my action to cast it. Since
Perfect.
I really can't do anything else.
Yeah, that's tricky. All right,
So
Verda.
I'll just
So Verda gains a level of exhaustion because of the going unconscious, as well.
Oh gosh.
Perfect.
By the way, you're adding that to her character sheet. I can't modify it.
I did. Yep.
Yeah,
I've been modifying her hit points and stuff. Okay.
Then-
Brilliant.
She's down on the ground again, right?
No, actually, she's still up here, even though she didn't
She's
get like
still clinging?
flung off. That would make sense though.
Because she got attacked, down to 1 HP. She had to
fell
make a
unconscious.
concentration check for her. For what was it she made the concentration check for? Because she had to
Constitution
make
saving throw against the lingering injury.
against the lingering
Massive
injury.
damage.
And she failed
Yep.
and broke her right arm.
Mm-hmm. From the attack. So
So
for
then
right now,
she-
for convenience's sake, we'll say that in this 6 seconds that's happened, she got thrown against the wall by the claw and the beak, and she's still up here for right now, just for convenience's sake, so you don't have to
then
go
how did she
redo all that
take
shit.
the 1 extra damage again?
The 1 extra damage is because she fell unconscious from the lingering injury. So she took the massive damage, which dropped her to 0, but she was stable. Because she took more than half her hit points in damage
took
in one attack.
In half.
Yeah,
Broke her arm.
Correct.
And the breaking of her arm caused her to take another point of damage.
not quite, but so
How did
the
she go 1 HP to 0?
because she took half her hit points in damage, which caused her to need to make a saving throw against the massive damage, which she failed, and then I rolled on the table, and the table made her fall unconscious but remained stable, and that dropped her to 0. And since that damage reduced her to 0, she gained a lingering injury.
I wrapped my head around it, but okay.
Alrighty, Verda. Verda's up.
She's still clinging to the wall because of spider climb.
Yes, she is.
And she is conscious now.
Yes.
She is not going to be happy and say, "Bad bird of prey."
Perfect.
And she is going to not try and cast blindness deafness on it again, and instead
60 feet away, by the way. Exactly 60.
it is 50, 60 feet away from her.
60.
60.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have her cast 3rd level acid arrow.
Ooh, okay. Cool. She conjures this bolt of acid energy, flings it forwards. 28 will hit. So 11 points of acid damage.
And 5 more next turn.
5 more next turn. Cool. Does it have to make a saving throw against that as well? I think so, right? Or is it just an attack roll?
It's just an attack roll.
Alright, perfect. Yeah. Nope, just an attack roll. Perfect. Cool. Is that her turn?
That is her turn.
Alright, rock time. The rock is going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 to Zaroth. Here we
Is it
go.
within range of Alex now?
Within range of Alex now. So Alex may... Oh, unless... So it's still 130 feet up.
Wait, are they all 130 feet up?
Yeah. They're all on the
Wait,
cliff.
so then I never made that first attack anyway.
That first attack was when it was swooping down at 70 feet. So then it came up from the 70 feet to the 130 feet, which is how high they were.
So there's just nothing Alex can do unless
Broken.
Karu casts.
Unless Karu casts Fly. Okay. The Rock is going to make 2 attacks on Zaroth. The Rock. Now I just got it. I just got the gift. I just understood. Oh, that's great. Okay.
Oh, that's not
First one is a... Oh, what is that? That's going to be a 17 to hit. Zaroth, that's a shit roll.
That hits.
Hits? Okay. Second one is a 16. Another quite shit roll.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. Okay. It's going to be very hard for it to miss you. Ooh, okay. First attack, total of 27 points of piercing, which will be halved to 13. Second one, 11, which is as in that is the damage halved already because it's 22.
All right.
That is its turn, except it's going to fly back. 20.
Does that trigger attack of opportunity?
Sure does. Yep.
All right. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna stab him in the face with Corvos.
Perfect.
Oh! No. I'm going to... Since he's in range, I'm gonna do my Fang Bite.
Okay. Alrighty. Sounds good. Go ahead and roll attack, unless you don't. Yeah.
23.
23 hits.
And I'll regain whatever this does. Oh, 4.
Nice.
Nice.
I regained 4 health. So.
That's excellent. So then he's gonna go just a little bit further, and then end the turn. Wind time. Alright, so Zaroth, Stigundr, and Verda. Once again, strength saving throws. DC 10. Oh. Ooh.
16.
Uh-oh.
16 succeeds, Verda fails. And Verda is thrown off the edge. And she's now falling. Verda's having a bad time. And who's our last
Does she
contestant?
have it? Does she
Stigundr
have
must
it?
roll a saving throw as well.
She does not have it.
Does she not have Featherfall?
I
No.
did spy on you guys.
no.
No, you guys were
Verda's about
waiting.
to die.
You guys were waiting on the fly because you wanted to let them get ahead.
Oh, that's right. Well, why did I knock myself out of my 5th level spell slot then?
Yeah, you
Right.
can keep that then. Get the 5th
Oh,
level
this
spell
is-
slot
this
back.
is bad. I think we might accidentally be killing Verda when she's off the cave, which is oh no. Because
Verda's now
isn't
plummeting.
it like when you're falling, like you instantly a lot.
Well, you're gonna take
I can't remember.
13d6 damage if she falls from the height here. We'll see if she makes
It's
it.
like
And she only has currently 13 HP with a maximum of 47.
We'll see. She hasn't hit the ground yet. We're doing the rule where, like, the first turn you're just kind of suspended there, like Looney Tunes style, and then you start dropping, like that house rule that you sent me.
Does she go past me?
Yeah.
Because I'm at large size, so my reach is increased by 5.
Oh shit. Okay. If you used your reaction to opportunity attack though.
Shit.
Could I grab her as a reaction? Since she was right next to me before she
Sure,
went off?
give it a shot.
Oh, right, yeah.
Give it a shot. Roll
I
a
need to-
dexterity
I-
saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay, you know what? Even with disadvantage, like I could probably make
Keep forgetting
it.
that you're
So
large
let's see.
size. 13. Say it'd be like a DC 15, maybe 16 to try to catch someone while you're also trying to fall, so unfortunately I don't think so.
Oh crap.
Okay. Oh crap. Okay, Hugador. You see Verda starts dropping from the sky. Not a good look. I have no Hugadors with us.
Verda's falling, then Stigandr tries to catch her.
And Stigandr fails.
So she's instantly fallen. I have a question to ask you.
Hit me.
I would like to go ahead and cast. What the hell is this spell? I'm trying to add it into my extras, so I can have the stats up.
Yeah.
But I have the spell Summon Celestial.
Oh, shit.
So it has a range of 90 feet, and it allows me to summon first a celestial spirit. With that said, is this spirit considered like the spirit guardians render spectral, or does this have a physical body?
I would assume it's a summoning spell, so it will be physical. And I have a little token. It could work.
Okay. So seeing that, I would like to go ahead and 5th level spirit summon celestial, and summon it as close as I can to the person fallen, since I have no idea who it is, but I know it's somebody in the group.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So you summon. So does it act on your turn?
Yes.
Interesting. And it has a fly speed? Whoa. What is this? Oh, here it is. There's no fly speed. Fly 40 feet, yeah. Did you look for him? Yeah, that's a physical creature. Nice.
So then I'm gonna go ahead and
Avenger or Defender?
right now, because she's fallen, I'm gonna choose Defender.
Defender, okay. Alrighty. That's perfect.
And then I'm gonna have it use all of its movement to get as close to me, so she's damaged, I can heal her.
So, it is catching her and trying to fly down to you.
Yes.
Interesting. Alrighty. I'll have it roll a dexterity saving throw. See if it can catch her on this turn, and if not, it'll try to fly after her and catch her next time if you'd like.
Okay.
She's not gonna hit the ground just yet.
Alright, so, oh wait, I forgot it has its own stats. What the hell?
It does, yeah.
I freaking love you. You, thank God, 15. It was about to be a nat 1.
Ooh, okay, perfect. 15, like we just established, is just about enough. So it catches onto Verda, grabs her, and starts dropping down with as much movement as it can. However, she was 130 feet up. You summoned it 90 feet away, and it has a fly speed of 40. It took its flying movement to catch her, so it's currently suspended in the air. Is that your turn, Hugador?
Yeah, so that'll go ahead and be the end of my turn.
Great. Zaroth.
It's not moving, it's just floating in the air?
It's just floating there. It's getting ready to drop down.
Okay.
Bring Verda closer.
My next move is going to be Feather Fall.
Nice! Okay, somebody does have it.
Yeah.
Throw in Corvo again.
And it does not have disadvantage because the bird is only 30 feet away. It's on the very edge.
18.
Hits.
Nine
Not
plus Elemental Cleaver. 4,
Oh,
so 13
13
plus 3, 16.
16. Not bad. Good first throw. The bird is looking wounded. Seriously wounded. Well, not seriously, but it's getting hurt. There's been chunks taken off. There's definitely some blood been spilt. And as the spear reappears in your hand, are you going to throw it again?
Yep, I'm gonna throw it again.
Perfect.
17.
Still hits. Pretty low AC for you guys. 12, nice. So that's another 1d6 from the Elemental Cleaver and another 3. So 15, 17.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Woo! Definitely looking injured. This creature has started to kind of bank around a little bit, but it looks less aggressive and more defensive at this point. Is that your turn, Zaroth?
I believe so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Karu, you're up.
Everybody wants me to make them fly, but I could hit that little bastard with a good-sized fireball.
The choice. Which one?
Well, I don't want to hit more people in the air, making them fall. I'm gonna hit it with a fireball, man.
All right. Conjure another bead. Sending it forwards. Dex save. 14. Oh, fails. Another 31. Jeez, bloodied. As another fireball is launched through the sky, erupting upon this thing's flank, the creature lets out another shriek, tumbles a little bit more, but continues its flight path. Is that your turn, Carver?
Yeah.
Gander.
It says here, wait a minute, it says here as a reaction I can cast Featherfall on somebody, can't? Is that a reaction? What's that mean?
Yes, so reaction, you could cast it, but right now, it looks like the Celestial is actually grabbing Verda and keeping her flying, which is good.
I can't ready it as a kind of reaction.
If she gets within range and she's falling, you can certainly cast Featherfall on her.
Alright, cool.
Gander.
Alright, go. Keep it there. Under there?
Gander.
Measuring something.
Uh,
Somebody measuring something.
I am measuring. See how far Gander is away.
Where is he?
Gander? Oh. Seem to have lost our Wolfman.
Uh-oh.
All right,
There you
my
go.
turn. Yay! Hey, sorry, no, I was here the whole time. I just
All good.
All right. Nothing I really can do, unfortunately.
That sucks.
Just kind of. I'm like one of the only people here with no range options, so I'm just gonna move to beside Zaroth and then just ready an attack action with
Ready.
my just take out my great sword and just ready an attack action.
Perfect.
Just so like if when it approaches me, I just swing.
Brilliant. Alrighty. Alex, you're up.
Alright.
You're like, toss
So-
me! And he's not tossing you. Like Gimli at Helm's Deep. Waiting to be able to fly. It's not happening.
I'm just gonna sit and wait for it to get in range if it ever does, which I'm presuming it's not going to, unless it's gonna continue trying to attack Verda, who is now closer to me than ever before.
It's true, yeah. Speaking of which, it's Verda's turn.
Let's see. She is being held by the celestial thing.
Yes. And she's currently on like level with the rock.
She's just gonna fire another acid arrow.
Perfect.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it didn't take
it
its
was-
damage. Right, it didn't take its 5 damage from last time.
Yeah, it takes another 5
rock.
damage, and then it's 3rd levels, but I cast last time, right? So I'll do that again.
Yeah. 25 hits. 14, nice. And a lingering 6 points. Excellent. You can just kind of chunk that off immediately. It's not, it didn't make the save, and it is currently its turn. Alright, instead of doing something stupid and trying to fight you guys, it has been chunked to bits. So it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's 25. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60, over the ledge, 70, and land. And it's going to just end its turn standing behind cover. Wind time! Zaroth and Stigonder, please roll strength saving throws. 24, nice.
I don't even need my advantage.
Nope. 17, both of you succeed, you're all set. Hugador.
Forgot to turn back on normal. Ugh. Being the ever-loving coward that he is going to continue hugging and raw using the dodge action, and the defender is going to move down with all of its movement and use its 1 action per day
To heal?
healing.
Nice. How much healing will that be?
So it's 5th level spell. So it is a. Okay, the dice are rolling. I have no idea what that is.
$11 points?
11 plus 5. So she healed 15.
Nice. That's definitely not nothing. That's good for Verda. Perfect. Anything else?
After casting heal and just the rest of its movement, trying to get through, get us.
Perfect. So it's now 40 feet down. It's 90 feet away from you. Zaroth. You cannot see the creature anymore. It seems to have fled behind the ledge, which is 20 feet up.
That was my next question. Stigonder, are you okay with being thrown?
Posh man.
Gonder?
Wolfman.
Wolfman.
He's gone to get some Cheetos or something.
Something. Always the
I'll
tricky,
assume.
the tricky part with combats.
I'll assume yes.
Oh, oops.
I'm gonna grab him and throw him 30 feet up onto the next ledge
Perfect.
That's a good.
with my bonus action.
Bonus action, you heave and throw Stigander 30 feet up. Excellent. He is now sitting right there, right in front of the creature. And I'd assume that would trigger his reaction.
Yeah.
Because it got within the range.
Yes, here's my reaction.
Tossed.
You got
I have a
tossed.
long sword now, great sword. I'll two-hand it.
That'll be fine. You just kind of like flying through the air. Oh, get ready. All right, cool. 20 hits. 5, not bad.
That's horrible. That's a 1 on a D10 plus my 4.
That is pretty horrible.
Just
That's your first
bullshit.
attack. Are you gonna smite it?
Yes, I would love to smite
Hell
it.
yeah. Woohoo! Okay.
Doing a fucking level 4, doing my highest level of smite.
Boom! Just this gigantic cleave comes down with a tiny bit of chopping damage, mostly this blast of radiant force. Second attack?
Oh yeah, I get 2 attacks.
You can do 2 of those, yeah!
Right, so as a reaction, I can do 2 attacks?
Yeah,
So I
because
attack,
you held your action.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll do a slightly less level of smite for this one. But yeah!
12
I know.
misses.
Okay, yep, no smite.
So 1, boom! Second one comes up, the giant creature kind of flaps backwards a little bit. Alrighty. That was your bonus action, Zaroth.
Yeah, and then I'm
What are you
going
gonna do for
to.
action?
So, I'm gonna go to the ledge. Go.
Yep.
You said how far? 20 feet.
20 feet up.
Okay, so I'll go up the ledge.
Because you got your movement, your spider climb.
Is it in range?
Yeah, it is.
I have 10 feet of range anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's in
And
range.
then I'm gonna swing with Corvos.
The rock is in range.
17.
17 hits.
And now I'm using it with 2 hands. That's the 1d8
Boom.
plus 8.
Yep. Woohoo!
Plus the
Damn.
1.
Damn,
Plus the
max
1d6.
damage.
Damn.
It's
One.
17. Plus the 3, that's 20. And then
That's
what's
for the throw, right?
No, I get it for regular rage. I can get plus 3 for melee.
Right.
And then I get plus 3 for throwing weapons too.
Nice.
So that's 20. And then what's Stigander's Aura of Hate thing?
Oh, you had damage, right? You had damage equal to your charisma modifier.
Oh, I have.
So not
Wait,
yours,
when did
his charisma modifier.
Oh, thank God. When did I get a 7 in charisma?
That's because of the spear.
Oh yeah.
The spear. You gain an additional 2 damage from Stigander's
So 20.
charisma. So wow.
So 22 total.
Shit, man. Is that your
it
first
dead?
attack? And it's
That's my
not.
first attack.
It's still
Okay,
up,
second attack.
but it is looking bad.
Second attack. 14
14
to hit.
misses. 14 misses.
I should
One
have called
off.
reckless. I should have called beforehand.
It's equal to the paladin's charisma modifier, which is 2.
2. Yep. Just got that.
Yeah.
Alright. Karu.
How far up is it?
It is currently 150 feet up and behind a ledge.
I can't do
Out
that.
of fireball range, unfortunately.
Damn. Well, if that's the case.
Wait, no. Well, let's see. No, can't you just fly up and just?
He doesn't have to fly yet.
Fly on me and Gudor.
Oh, okay.
Is that Alex next to me?
That's Alex, yes.
Yeah.
Me and Alex are gonna fly up there. I'll cast fly, 3rd level. 2 of us.
4th level would be how you get 2 people. You have to use a 4th level spell slot to cast on 2 people.
Oh, I need a 5th level spell slot for that. And it looks like I don't have it.
5th level for 3. 4th level for 2.
Okay. Oh, okay. I use 4th level. Cool. All right. So I use a 4th level spell slot to cast fly.
Excellent. Cool. That grants both of you 60 feet of fly speed. Each turn.
Okay, good.
Cool. So are you going to start flying up as well?
Sure, I guess. Why not?
Good. Alright, Stigander. It's your turn. Old wolfman of ours. Good sir.
Gander! Gonna get Cheetos again. Gander.
Oh, Stagander. I do fear he's disappeared.
Alright, nope, hey, I'm here.
He
Sorry.
has undisappeared.
Alright. Hey, well, I'm right here. Let's do 2 more attacks.
Hell yeah.
Alright, and let's see. Actually, wait. Oh, wait. Let me check my spells super quick, because I think one of my. Oh! Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. As a bonus action, I cast Blinding Smite.
Oh, shit. Okay. Extra blight light, extra 3d8 damage, and it has to make a con save or be blinded. Nice.
Yep.
Until the spell ends.
Nice. Yep, and it's concentration for a minute.
Correct.
Alright, so let's see. 1, 2. Hell yeah!
Both hit.
Alright. Oh, this is gonna be a lot
Get
of
those con
damage.
saves in here.
I'll be applying smite to both
Succeed
of
on the
these.
first. Succeed on the
I'll be
second.
applying
Double.
smite to both of these along with the.
So it's not blinded, but it is pretty low on health right now. So there's a good shot that you might be able to just kill it right now. Outright.
1, 2.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay, 25 for the first, mortal. Second one, haha. How do you want to do this?
So after the first slash, which causes a decent, kind of darkish slash across his chest, I stab my longsword into it, plunging it right into his chest, and then do a kind of horizontal slash out. And yeah, it's all bursting with this radiant black energy.
Boom! As it slams into this creature once, twice, thrusting your sword in, just chopping it to bits. And as you finish carving the creature up, and Karu and Alex are flying up oh, we're so ready to kill this thing! It is already dead, and you hear this loud death screech coming from within its...
I wish I had a deep fry spell.
You do! Fireball!
Chicken.
Fried chicken.
I'm telling you.
And you guys...
The thing is, I didn't even apply Blinding Smite yet. That was all just the... Actually, no, Divine Smite and Blinding Smite actually have, the same damage. So...
Hey, it works, man.
I didn't even need the Divine Smite. It was just the Blinding Smite. Yeah.
Perfect. So, with that being said, and the creature dead, you guys are all out of combat.
Woo!
Alex,
I'll
did
walk
your
up
nut
and- I'm gonna walk up and kick it. Yell, you're not eating any more children, giant evil spirit.
Giant evil spirit is an evil spirit no longer.
Now it's a ghost.
Now it's a ghost.
Giant rock ghost.
Alright. And with that being said... Oh my god. Rock.
a rock and a hard rock.
A rock. A rock in the hard place.
Well.
Alrighty.
So now we just ascend the mountain.
Yeah.
Well, Hugador is left
So-
behind currently. That's kind of a problem.
So I do kind of want to pluck a few of its feathers and take
No, 'cause
one
isn't he-
talon. I want to pluck a few feathers and take one talon as a trophy.
Alright, rock feathers and a talon. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So Hugador is down there, but how long do we have that spirit thing for? Can it fly Verta up and then go down and get Hugador?
That's
I-
true.
I would assume Verta would just jump out of the clutches of the celestial summons and then latch onto the wall again of the cliff face and then just start scurrying up like Gollum with
Yep.
Spider-Man powers.
Gollum plus Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she'd do.
That's what she was already doing.
Yeah. So, perfect. So
Just
the
keep that
Celestial
creepy vibe
comes
over.
down clutches onto Hugador and starts to pick him up, if that is Hugador's wish.
Yeah, that's my wish. And then as I get close to the rest of the group, just for like shits and giggles, the Celestial's gonna like hold me up, kind of like Rafiki holding Simba in The Lion King.
Yeah, man.
So I'm not looking like I'm being held like an infant in this giant Celestial Spirit's hand.
You look like you're being held like it's in disgust that it's holding you. It's like,
It's like, you summoned me? Keep it up.
Alright. So, for those of you who do have the ability to fly, you continue to make your way upwards. And the spell, the Celestial lasts for an hour. So, it can...
Play cards with him afterwards?
Yeah, I guess so! It can fly you all the way up to the top, and then the rest of you can climb however you'd like to make your way.
I can triple dash.
You can triple dash, zoom all the way up the mountain. Well, actually, you're just flying.
Yeah, I'm like
like
I'm
Iron
doing
Man.
the Sonic Boom flying.
And as you all reach the top, you stare out over this slight divot in location here. This small dip. As you look towards what you see as a large valley that is still elevated high above the ground, and this gigantic marsh stretching out before you. Marsh covered in these kind of patches of ice, but it's mostly still slightly moving water. And tiny little islets dotting about the place. It's a bit of a bog, a bit of an ice swamp. You're all standing up here, some of you seriously wounded. Verda hurting very badly with her broken arm.
Right, yeah, I give her another Cure Wounds just to get her up a little bit more.
Cool.
Split that arm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, split the arm.
Yep, give her another 2 Cure Wounds just to buff her up a little bit.
Cool.
Close are we to finishing the second day of travel?
Second day, you're very close. As of right now. 9 points. Cool. You don't see the settlement just yet, but I'm just bringing us over to this map because it's the one that's the most convenient for us currently. We've still got a long ways to go, but it's just significantly smaller now.
Yeah.
With one more rock on the way. One less Dwayne Johnson.
Okay, so as you guys continue forwards, starting to slosh through the disgusting waters, I need everyone to roll a perception check, please.
Oh, I'm good at these. Not so good.
12,
Crap.
5,
14.
14,
That's
barely
okay.
succeeding. Karu's clueless. Oh, wow, a lot of you guys are having a good time.
We're gonna get eaten by another
Not
rock.
Not quite.
An actual rock is gonna eat us. Evil.
Okay. Hugador, Verda, Zaroth, you guys are all hanging towards the back just a little bit. The rest of you guys are trudging forwards, keeping your eyes open, but you're kind of tired. You're kind of exhausted after that fight and after climbing that gigantic mountain. And as you're sloshing, the ground beneath you begins to tremble. And then you hear the snapping of twigs and branches. And suddenly the ground opens up beneath you as a giant pit drops out. And you see beneath you are these wooden stakes filed into spikes. I need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, indeed.
Five. Drops like a
Dex save. Oh!
Drops
Some
like
inspiration.
a rock.
Okay, roll damage time. Let's see.
Who's making the rolls again?
So Alex and Karu and Stigandr.
Same.
Okay.
Okay, so Stigandr takes that'll be 5 bludgeoning damage,
So
Plus-
what's the saving throw again?
dexterity saving throw.
Oh, goody.
Those are the ones you're good at. Plus, a nasty little roll there. Plus another 9 points of piercing damage as you land on the spikes, kind of a little bit between them, but you do get grazed a bit. Alex, you feel this ground shake beneath you and you spring to the side, luckily not falling into the trap. However, Karu, you also take 6... oh shit. 12... 19, 21 points of damage total. As you fall 20 feet into this pit trap, getting speared a bit by these spikes.
Well, it ain't good.
Not fun. 21 total points of damage as both of you are lying here on the bottom of the pit.
Ow.
Yeah.
That hurt a lot. That hurt.
The rest of you just see your party start to fall, except for Alex, as Alex looks down and then jumps to the side.
Oh.
Just lying there.
I'm gonna like walk as close to the pit, but not like at the very edge of the pit, and go. You remember that responsibility that I asked not to take too much of? This would be one of those moments.
Fortunately, that responsibility is a necessity with this foolish group of imperceptive individuals.
Little eye twitch as he just a little eye twitch as Together just starts getting up and just. All right, time to climb out of this. Yep.
Just pull yourself off the spike.
Ow.
Alright, over the course of a few moments, or actually quite a few minutes, you guys managed to haul your party members out of the pit. But you assume that might not have been the only one. So, travel continues. Zaroth, I'm going to ask you to roll another survival check. With advantage.
19.
19, not bad. Good.
19.
Nice. So you continue, the rest of the day concludes until you finally find yourself coming to a good time to sleep. You're tired. It's been a long day. And tomorrow you're gonna have to confront your clan. But the question is where to sleep and how.
Before that happens, I would like to cast Prayer of Healing.
Nice. Okay. 2d8 plus spellcasting ability, so 2d8 plus 2.
Yep, and that's for everyone.
Nice. 10.
10 healing for everyone.
Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
Woohoo! There it is. So Baron's back to
And
full.
then Sleep will just take care of the rest of our healing. And restore all my spell slots.
Okay. Are you guys casting the hut, or are you going to be using Dan's Instant Fortress? Hut or fort?
Don't like that you're asking that.
Yeah, well, the fortress is a little more comfortable, but it does make a big sound when you make it.
Maybe the hut.
Yeah, maybe we go hut.
Maybe go.
How big is the fortress?
Ooh, let me look that up. It's a big fortress, but it's not too big. It's like one tower. Instant fortress. There it is. 20 feet on a side. So, yeah, actually, it's only about 30 feet tall.
30 feet tall?
30 feet tall. 20 feet on each side and 30 feet high.
Does somebody else have the thaumaturgy spell?
Nope.
I don't have it now because I'm not raging.
Okay.
Oh, you're raging?
It's. I
Interesting.
think so. I think.
That would be
I'll be
kinda
wrong.
weird.
It might always.
You gain a spell when you're raging?
That's kind of weird.
It may just be the fact that I am Path of the Giant. Oh no, it's just the fact that I'm Path of the Giant. So
You
yeah,
do
I
have
have it.
Nice.
Okay. So, I mean, depending on how wide it is, I understand it's a 30 feet tall tower, but depending on the width, I can go ahead and create, I can cast Thaumaturgy right when the spell is cast. To go ahead and just make it sound like a animal, the muffled sound of the tower.
20-foot radius. Well, not radius, 20 foot on each side, and then 30 feet tall.
So, yeah, that's why I was asking if somebody else had it, something like that. We can tack it on two ends and just make it sound like nature.
Sounds like nature.
Sounds like nature.
Like
Yeah.
if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound? Well, that's a tree falling, and this can be the animals responding to that tree.
Right.
If that's your plan, if you're planning on muffling that, I'm going to ask whoever's doing the spell to roll dexterity checks.
I'm not doing it.
Whoever's doing the thaumaturgy, roll dexterity checks, because you're trying to line it up with when Alex speaks the command word. Are you using the fortress, or are you using the hut?
I think Tiny Hut may be the way to go. It's one night.
I rolled a 6.
6. So are you planning on...
If they end up casting Fortress, that 6 is trying my best to time it right with the spell.
Are you guys going to do fortress, or are you going to do hut? What's the plan?
I vote hut because the
Okay.
fortress would be very obvious, very loud, and I don't want that.
So unfortunately, actually, kind of fortunately, the 6 will not impact as Ferida casts the tiny hut spell. You guys hunker down and prepare to rest. Anything else you guys would like to accomplish before we finish up for the night?
No.
Anything else anyone would like to do while we are still here? Any other side notes or things you want to finish up?
I'm actually changed a couple of my spells while we're in between.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Absolutely, we gotta do that. Yeah.
Yeah, get some spells figured out here.
Short rest, you say, or
Yeah. Long rest. Full long rest.
And I'll take watch.
Perfect. Okay, for those of you who have exhaustion, you may alleviate 1 level. Besides that, you all set?
Damn, I actually have it. Zero, question to you. I understand that you guys are go lives and all that, but are there any spellcasters amongst your people?
good question.
There's druids and stuff.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I get the right spells set. Alright, so I am Gooch.
Okay. With that being said, we will pick this up in 2 weeks. As next week, we're going to continue with the ASAX campaign. And then from there, we'll pick this game back up. It's been quite a minute, hasn't it? It's been a while. My gosh.
Fun.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, it has been.
Back, and I'll see you guys next week with a.
Yeah. Perfect.
Mhm.
See y'all next week.
See you next week.
Yeah.